NBC 15 News starts now.
It is Friday, March 23rd, and expect more debate today in a House bill that would fund the war and bring most U.S. troops home from Iraq by September 2008. That story plus your news from overnight in 2 minutes. And welcome to NBC 15 today on this Friday morning. It's 5 a.m. I'm Bruce Mildorf with your news headlines from the studio. Scott and Sandra are live at Providence Hospital this morning. Hello there.
We feel like we're in Italy. Again, we're at the Festival of Flowers, 14th annual, yet again, 2 days in a row. I don't know what we did to deserve this.
It's nice. Nice way to start off the day. You walk in, Chris Fillingham and I off camera here walked in together this morning, and you can feel the flower, I guess, empowerment just hit you as you walk in. And we said, boy, wouldn't this be nice if we could walk into work every day and our newsroom looked like this? And we had the nice flower arrangements around and the nice scent.
So inspirational.
Workplace
really
morale would skyrocket. Yeah.
Absolutely. But anyway, we're going to be bringing you more details on all the seminars and everything coming up today. Awesome turnout yesterday. But first, we want to find out what the weather's going to do for the big weekend. So we'll toss it on over to Kelly.
Well, good morning, everyone. Here's how things are looking right now where Scott and Sandra are at the Festival of Flowers at Providence Hospital. The temperature there, 52 degrees. And once the sun rises, we're talking about plentiful sunshine, and that's great news for all the flowers there. Still not a drop of rain, though, in the forecast for today, so they'll have to be doing a lot of watering, and you'll be needing to do some watering in your lawn on this Friday. But happy weekend. It is almost here. It is Friday, and the forecast looks great. Let's go ahead and take a look at the school bus forecast for today. It is going to be a very warm day, high temperature reaching 81 degrees, and if the kids aren't dressed appropriately today, it can get very hot, especially by the afternoon hours. So they'll need to dress in some light colors, short sleeves, and some shorts, and you may want to pack along a little bit of extra water for them for the afternoon hours. Here's a live look at traffic on this Friday, and notice traffic is running smoothly. We're not dealing with any weather hazards along the Bayway this morning. That's a look at traffic. Now back to you, Bruce.
Now to our top story this morning. Police are searching for the man wanted in connection with a brazen home invasion. A 69-year-old woman was thrown to the floor by a man who broke into her home. It happened yesterday on West Fairfield Drive in Pensacola. Escambia County Sheriff's deputies say someone kicked in her glass door at her condo. They say he wrestled her to the ground at gunpoint and then stole her purse. Anyone with information is asked to call the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. Also in Pensacola, a man charged in the beating of his grandparents will be in court this afternoon to answer charges. 34-year-old Michael Tipton faces 2 counts of attempted murder. It happened Wednesday night on Sandview Drive. The 2 victims, both in their 80s, told sheriff's deputies their grandson did it. Tipton was later found and arrested inside the couple's garage. The manager of a local pizzeria is in serious condition after being shot in the chest. Witnesses say he was shot by 36-year-old Dean Massey, the owner of Planet Smoothie on South McGregor and Old Shell Road. Police say Massey got into an argument with 21-year-old Christopher Charlton, an employee of Doughboy Pizza located 2 doors down. Witnesses say Charlton called his father, who later showed up at Massey's business to confront him about the incident. Allegedly, Massey pulled out a weapon and aimed it at Charlton's father. Eyewitnesses say Charlton then jumped in front of his dad and took the bullet instead. Police say Charlton was taken to USA Medical Center. Massey is charged with first-degree assault. Placing profits above the nation's port security. That's what one group claims Walmart is doing with its cargo imports. While the retail giant says it's working to help improve security at the country's ports of entry, its critics are launching a campaign calling this into question. WakeUpWalmart.com, a union-backed group, says the retailer is lobbying against a measure to screen all cargo coming through the nation's ports. Walmart says the campaign is misleading. Today, the U.S. House is set to vote on a military funding bill for Iraq. There are several strings attached to the funds that some say makes the bill a deal breaker and may hurt our troops. The bill pushed by Democrats is the most direct challenge so far to the president's Iraq policy. The president has threatened to veto the bill, protesting the troop withdrawal from Iraq by next summer and the billions of dollars in unrelated spending Democrats have added to it. Congress is a step closer to a showdown with the White House over the firings of 8 federal prosecutors. The Senate Judiciary Committee authorized its chairman to subpoena White House advisor Karl Rove and former advisor Harriet Miers. A House panel made the same move Wednesday, but no subpoenas have actually been issued. New developments surrounding the investigation into the death of Anna Nicole Smith. According to the Associated Press, Anna Nicole's autopsy report will be released on Monday. A news conference is being scheduled with the Broward County, Florida medical examiner and the Seminole police chief. She was found early last month in her hotel room at a tribal casino in Hollywood, Florida. The former astronaut accused of plotting to kidnap her romantic rival after driving from Houston to Orlando goes on trial July 30th in Florida. Yesterday, attorneys for Lisa Nowak formally entered her not guilty plea in an Orlando courtroom. She, however, was not present. Nowak is charged with attempted kidnapping, burglary with assault, and battery. Tara Conner gives up her crown tonight. The current Miss USA's reign was controversial and was almost replaced. But pageant owner Donald Trump gave her a second chance, and she was able to put her Tara twist on her office. The Miss USA pageant airs tonight on NBC 15. Well, the 14th Annual Festival of Flowers continues at 9 this morning, but we're not going to wait till then to give you a preview. Scott and Sandra are live at the festival at Providence Hospital this morning with more on what's going on. Good morning.
Hey Bruce, I've tried to coordinate the flowers
Very
with
nice.
my outfit.
Yeah, it matches
and
well.
These are light pink hybrid lilies. How gorgeous. What would you do if you came into work and somebody had left you these?
I'd probably be happy.
It would make
like
your
most
day,
people
right?
would, I think.
It would make your day, so you don't even
Make
have
the
to...
workplace smell a little better.
Absolutely, and you don't even have to do that. You can just take your significant other out here and let them get it all in and soak it all in and get some ideas for home and yard as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
there's no
beautiful.
shortage of ideas out here. Here's the schedule if you want to come out to Festival of Flowers. It is today through Sunday, only a couple of days left, but today and tomorrow, 9 until 5, Sunday, 11 until 5. It's right here on the campus of Providence Hospital in West Mobile. Cost is $12 at the gate. 12 and under gets in free. You can get a whole lot of information at our website, NBC15online.com. We've got a link to the Festival of Flowers website on there, and you can believe me when I tell you that this is just sort of an overwhelming flower experience if you've never been out here to see it. There are 10 after 10 after 10 after 10 that you can just walk through and get all these different ideas and see all these wonderful different flower displays.
And it's not just flowers. Actually, the wall behind me, behind the Italian villa, if you will, there is actually, it's called Everything But Flowers. And it's stuff for, you know, doing the landscaping on your yard, real practical things like, I don't know, you know, watering utensils and, you know, certain instruments and tools to make your gardening better. But very interesting back there. They say, well, we don't want to stereotype and call it the man's room, but it's, you know, it's something for the men.
There's something that I'm going to show you later on that is a really cool gazebo with a grill under there and a nice little kind of destination place for your backyard, if you will, with some landscape rocks and some nice landscaping. There's a tractor back there.
And look at all these fountains. I mean, this is the marquee fountain here, but I mean, just brilliant, beautiful water fountains all over, and just, again, so many ideas. And whatever your fashion flair is, or whatever your gardening flair is, your decorating style is, there's something for everybody. So
we'll show it to you throughout the morning. We will try and cover as much as we possibly can. We'll be here until 7 o'clock with you, so I hope you'll stay with us. Until then, we'll send it on back into the studio and Bruce.
Looking forward to it, and that is a lot to cover, so get busy, will you? Well, moving on, a new recall has been announced on appliances that may be in your laundry room. You'll want to hear why this washing machine is making the recall list. More on that later in Consumer News. Kelly.
Good Friday morning, everyone. If you're headed down to the Festival of Flowers, lots of sunshine today. Current temperature there right now, 52 degrees, but by the afternoon hours, it's going to be warming into the 80s. We'll take a more in-depth look at your forecast, including your weekend forecast, right after the break. You're watching NBC 15 today.
Next, E.T., Anna Nicole's movie producer, what he knows about her son's mysterious death, and the real-life Grey's Anatomy. Next, E.T.
Tonight at 6:30 on NBC 15.
Southeastern Salvage Rug Sale. Up to 25% markdowns throughout our entire rug department, including indoor-outdoor patio rugs. 5x8, $39. 8x11, $99. Compare at $89 and $149. Southeastern Salvage Home Emporium, I-65 Mobile.
Where can you find the best burger in town? Everybody goes to Milo. With that secret sauce that's known all around. Everybody goes to Milo. Just give us a try, you know why. Everybody goes to Milo. Everybody goes to Milo.
The race is on during Chris Myers Nissan's National Sales Race. And you're the winner. The home team, your only locally owned Nissan store, is in a race to sell 200 new Nissans. Get record-breaking deals on redesigned Altimas or Titans. Your choice, $17,990. $17,990. 07 Versas, $197 a month. $197 a month. Whatever it takes, we won't lose a sale over price. Through Saturday, during Chris Myers Nissan's National Sales Race.
Southeastern Salvage Rug Sale. Up to 25% markdowns throughout our entire rug department, including indoor-outdoor patio rugs. 5x8, $39. 8x11, $99. Compare at $89 and $149. Southeastern Salvage Home Emporium, I-65 Mobile.
It's that easy. Wherever you are, whenever you need us. Seamless, up-to-the-minute information from on-air to online. NBC 15 and NBC15online.com. Your only source.
Festival of Flowers this weekend at Providence Hospital.
Join us. Now, your local forecast with meteorologist Kelly Foster.
Good Friday morning, everyone. The weekend is almost here. It's the last day of the work week, and the weather is really going to be nice. Let's go ahead and take a live look at traffic this morning. And first off, a look at Festival of Flowers, and conditions there are nice. Not a whole lot of cars on the roadways along I-10 at the Virginia Street exit, but that will be changing very shortly. No weather hazards on the roadways. Here's a look at the current setup right now at the Festival of Flowers. Beautiful weather expected there. Head on down to Providence Hospital and take a look. It is beautiful. Sunny skies once the sun rises. Temperature right now 52 degrees there, and we are going to see 80s by the afternoon. So wear some short sleeves, and some light colors where you don't get too hot. As you can see, rain-free conditions on the live radar on this Friday morning. So really a beautiful end to the work week. We actually could use the rain. We're kind of at a rain deficit right now. We're close to about 10 inches from where we should be for this time of year. So we need some rain, and in fact, we've only picked up less than an inch so far for the month of March, and it looks like we're going to be finishing things up for the month on a dry note. 51 degrees right now for downtown Mobile, same for Spring Hill, 53 for Cottage Hill, and headed on down to Metro Pensacola at this early hour. You're waking up to 59 degrees there, same for Gulf Breeze, 57 for Brent. Let's go ahead and talk about your school bus forecast. It's the last day of the week, and it's going to be very hot for the kids by the afternoon if they're not in some short sleeves and shorts. Why? Well, temperatures are going to be in the 80s today under mostly sunny skies. So conditions will be heating up very rapidly by the afternoon hours. Go ahead and pack them a little bit of extra water as you head out the door. In the meantime, your day on this Friday, 56 will be the temperature on average as you leave your home today. By the lunchtime hour, warming to 77. Your high today, 81. And then by the time you head home, dropping down to 74 degrees. But all in all, a beautiful day for pretty much the entire Gulf Coast. As you can see, not a whole lot of cloud cover across the area. High pressure continues to dominate, and that's going to be the trend throughout the day and throughout the weekend. As you can see, we're kind of in this dry slot here. All the weather makers and rain activity occurring to our west and to our north. Nothing sliding southward, and we desperately need the rain. Here's a look ahead now to the next 7 days. High today, 81 degrees. We could see a little morning fog developing for Saturday morning, and then warm conditions by the weekend. Highs will be dropping off just a little bit into the 70s for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And the big deal is going to be the warm up this weekend. Could see an isolated shower by Monday or Tuesday. So all in all, not a bad looking forecast. Great beach weather if you're headed down to the beach. Keep in mind there is a moderate risk of rip currents though.
All right, and great weather if you're going to the Festival of Flowers as well.
It is, but if you're going to buy any flowers, or if you even have any flowers in your yard, you will need to water them yourself. No water the natural way.
All right, and speaking of the Festival of Flowers, I think we're tossing it back to Scott and Sandra.
We are, and you know, Kelly mentioning the watering, well, we hear the sound. It sounds almost like a waterfall behind us. The lovely sound of the fountain here, quite relaxing, very zen. It's really nice out here, and fountain's just one of the many things that you can get ideas for. If you get my head out of the shot there, you know, this is really the centerpiece, but you know, you make your way around here. There are 300,000 square feet here on the campus of Providence Hospital under all of these tents. of exhibits for the Festival of Flowers. There's quite a variety. There's the art house, Italian art in the middle, inspired by an artist, Eugenia Kim, who went to Italy and got the inspiration for that. So you've got paintings here, you've got the landscaping accessories like the shutters, the really distressed looking shutters that people are using in the gardens now, which are actually quite expensive, but you know, you could do it yourself kind of thing to save some money on that. You've got the fencing, the gates that you have for the garden, the ironworks, things you wouldn't really necessarily consider unless you had an idea for it, you know?
That's the cool thing about this event is that it's called Festival of Flowers, but like we alluded to earlier, it's so much more than flowers. You have obviously a lot of flowers, but once you start walking around and looking at some of the different exhibits that are out here, you see the fountains and the water displays that we were talking about, plus you see all the different types of landscape rocks that are out here. That's the Bellingrath Garden display right there.
It's unbelievable.
It's really impressive that they come out here and just set that up for a few days, and it's as impressive as it is. But there are grills. Really, you can kind of picture what your backyard could look like if you, and maybe minus the spectacular flowers, because a lot of people can't get the flowers to look as great as these do. But you can set up the landscape rocks, you can set up the gazebo, you can put the grill, and you can try your best with the flowers.
There's nice little lights that you see. Like, for instance, if you ever been to Fairhope and you know what they do for Mardi Gras and for Christmas, and not to that magnitude, but you said some accessory lighting around here, too, that really can just be that special ambiance for your garden and your entertainment needs.
And that really adds a lot. A little bit of landscape lighting can do a tremendous amount.
Absolutely. And, you know, we're going to be talking about this exhibit a little bit later on when we get our other camera here, about flowers that were imported from all over the world that are actually here on display. And some of those are a little bit more reasonable as far as the prices go as well, and you can take advantage of that. And you can also purchase, of course, anything that you would want. The flowers, even from the exhibits, I think are going to be available for purchase at a certain point when the festival wraps up too. So.
Let's see if we can get that camera that we're looking at right now to maybe give us a wide look at what's under this tent.
And how large it is, yeah.
It's really hard to convey the size of what we have to deal with under here. This is just one tent that we're under right now, and it's covered wall to wall in flower displays. And then there's another tent directly in front of us where we're standing that's got a lot more. And then there's a tent beyond that, and a tent beyond that, and beyond the Bellingrath Gardens display that you're seeing in the back is
those
another
shutters
tent.
I was talking about. I think those are really cool. I actually
it adds a nice little touch, doesn't it?
I had one, and I actually got it from my grandmother's house that was built in 1848 in Oxford, Mississippi. I said, oh, I've seen those in stores, and you know, take advantage of it. But you know, the ideas are a lot of the reason that many people come on out here as well. So lots of fun. There's a wine tasting tonight, and so enjoy that. And we're gonna have a list about the other events and seminars coming up a little bit later. But first, we're gonna give you your sports fix this morning. So here is sports.
Now, NBC 15 Sports with Clement Townsend.
Good Friday morning, everyone. 15 days is nice and long if you're going on vacation, but if you're evaluating a football team, that's not so long. Alabama begins spring practice Saturday. This will be Coach Nick Saban's first chance to see what his guys can do on the field. During the spring, Saban hopes the players progress in several areas.
Shot clock at 5.
Florida battles Butler in the Sweet 16 Friday night. The Gators are a 1 seed while Butler is a 5 seed. Coach Donovan feels that doesn't really matter, and he gives a pretty interesting explanation to make his point.
You know, it's like a horse race. I think when they come out and the odds go off on a horse race, you think those horses have any idea who's 2-1, who's 3-1, who's whatever it is? No clue. Well, I think when the ball goes up and our guys are competing and playing, I don't think they have any concept of what the seeding is or anything else.
Horse racing and basketball. Enjoy the NCAA tournament. Have a great Friday.
The NBC 15 Beach Cam is brought to you by George's Water Sports and Boat Sales.
Get 0% financing and double bonus cash during the Buick Pontiac GMC upgrade event. Only at Chris Myers in Daphne. Through Saturday. 0% is back. Plus, Chris Myers is doubling GM's $1,000 bonus cash to $2,000. That's in addition to all rebates. Get up to $7,000 total cash on Yukons and Sierras. Use the money for your down payment or pocket the cash. You get both $2,000 bonus cash and 0% on Buicks, Pontiacs, and GMCs. Rush to Chris Myers in Daphne.
Buy straight from the factory, wholesale prices and a good night's sleep guaranteed. Mattress World, from our factory to your home. I'm Andy Lee. Come see me and buy straight from the factory. Mattress World.
Well, Mr. Tarzan, it seems you missed quite a few deductions last year. Who in the world prepared your taxes? But you're in luck. Not only can I amend your return, get your money back from last year, but all the returns we prepare come with a basic guarantee. And you'll be getting a much bigger refund this year, too.
We know so much about taxes, we can help anybody. Jackson Hewitt. We're open extended hours, so come in right now.
Mobile Furniture Outlet's liquidation tent sale. We've closed the DIP store and must clear out all excess inventory. Hurry in while the selection's still good. Don't forget Mobile Furniture Outlet's everyday low prices on items like our Huntington Venetian dining room group. So affordable you won't believe your eyes. Wyndham Manor bedroom suites, heirloom quality style at its best with half off suggested retail. Come see its elegance. Large selection of leather sofas to sectionals. England, Vaughan Bassett, we have them all. Mobile Furniture Outlet's liquidation tent sale on Airport Boulevard just across from Coastal Ford.
The wired home has become essential in providing access to high-speed internet, digital television, and data networking.
For more information, log on to NBC15online.com. You're watching NBC 15 Today.
In health news this morning, the latest research on coffee suggests there's no reason for Java junkies to cut back on their habit. The study is based on data from nearly 6,400 healthy Dutch men and women who were followed for 11 years. Researchers say the heaviest coffee drinkers were no more likely than folks who never drank coffee to develop high blood pressure. However, women who only drank coffee occasionally did have a higher risk. In consumer news, hundreds of thousands of washing machines are being recalled. Nearly 250,000 Maytag brand and about 20,000 Samsung brand front-loading washers are involved. The reason? Water may leak onto the electrical connections. The washers were sold at department stores nationwide between April 2005 and August 2006. For more information, contact Maytag at 800-868-5109. Or you see the number for Samsung right there, 1-800-515-7902. Well, if gardening is your thing, you'll want to head to Providence Hospital this weekend. There you'll find an array of blooms at the 14th Annual Festival of Flowers. And we'll head back there with Scott and Sandra right after the break. But first, another look at your full forecast. So stay tuned. You're watching NBC 15 Today.
We buy houses in any condition. Call 380-2461. We buy houses for any reason. Call 380-2461. We buy houses in any price range. Call 380-2461 or log on at pleasebuymyhousecash.com.
Your parents always wanted the best for you and tried to make the right decisions in caring for you. Now you want the best for them, and with SAD Healthcare, you have a better choice. For over 25 years, SAD Healthcare has provided caring, skilled professionals for home health and hospice care, serving South Alabama and the Mississippi coast. SAD also provides quality medical supplies and equipment with 5 convenient retail locations. Some decisions are easy, and you have a better choice with SAD Healthcare, a family tradition of caring.
Who knows what tires are best for your vehicle, like Michelin, the best in safety, value, and performance for your car.
Trax Tire Pros does.
Who offers nationwide warranties on all tire brands and automotive service work.
Trax Tire Pros does.
Who keeps your car running right with professional cooling and transmission repair.
Trax Tire Pros does.
Who offers a full lineup of all these automotive services.
Trax Tire Pros does.
From Mobile, Daphne, and Theodore to West Mobile and Saraland, your local Tire Pros dealer has the answer. We buy houses in any condition. Call 380-2461. We buy houses for any reason. Call 380-2461. We buy houses in any price range. Call 380-2461 or log on at pleasebuymyhousecash.com.
And welcome back to the 14th Annual Festival of Flowers on the grounds of Providence Hospital, Providence Park. I'm Sandra Shaw.
And I'm Scott Walker. We appreciate you staying with us throughout these last couple of mornings as we bring you the highlights of Festival of Flowers, if you will. And we're at one of the displays right now. This by Jubilee Landscape Management, I think is what the sign says. Yeah, Jubilee Landscape Management. And this is a nice setup, one of the fountains that isn't running right now, but will
and
be
take a look at these rocks down here. I mean, the creekstone is beautiful, and it's just really interesting how they really put everything and juxtaposed everything together. Scott's going to take a look at this and kind of give us the nickel tour, and then I'm going to walk on over to another exhibit, and we're going to check in with me in a minute.
And these things are so heavy. Look at these again, because if you've ever tried to put these down in your backyard, you know how heavy these are. Just one of these medium-sized stones is incredibly heavy, so I can't imagine trying to put a whole bunch of these down in my backyard by myself, because I've put a couple down, and they are pretty taxing on the body. This pond is brought to you once again by, let me see who it was, moss acres, providing the moss around it, the fern moss that you see all the way around this pond. A little English ivy over here on the wall that's starting to kind of, you can see how if you had it set up in the right way, it would start to grow up the wall a little bit. The fountain provided by Garden Creations. Got the little bench in the back, a nice little outdoor environment that you could take advantage of here if this were your backyard. It would be a very nice setup for you. Sandra's over at the part of the display where Cleveland the Florist has their setup.
And hey, Justin, one of the interesting things about that landscape exhibit, a mirror, and that mirror reflecting all of this color. This is an exhibit by Lene Denson, and you know, Lene really likes to use accessories, and you know, you see that she's used the pottery with the birds and the blues and the purples, and really juxtaposed and put a lot of different sorts of flowers together in these arrangements with the pottery motif, and also the window motif and the shutter motif, which just seems to be a really popular trend here as well. And Justin, if you come over here, another interesting exhibit in this little gazebo Italian style type area. Zemlich's Patio and Garden performed this and made this with all the ivy and more of a rustic look, if you will, with just that sort of natural plants, and what they did with that and the lighting and the lighting fixture is really creative. And the thing is, you can take these a little bit more daring, creative ideas and try to execute them in your own way and what would fit with your own home. And that's what many are coming out here to do. And an awesome turnout the first 2 days of this event, and it's going on all weekend long.
No shortage of ideas.
Definitely not.
You'll get your fill out here. We'll have much more from Festival of Flowers coming up in a few minutes, but first, back to Kelly.
Now, your local forecast with meteorologist Kelly Foster.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Beautiful weather to head down to the Festival of Flowers. It is going to get a little bit warm, and it is going to get downright hot if you're not dressed appropriately today. So if you're going to be going down to Providence Hospital, make sure you wear some short sleeves and some light colors. Let's go ahead right now and take a live look at what's happening as far as the Festival of Flowers this morning. Well, first a live look at traffic, and here's what's happening along the Cochran-Africatown Bridge right now. Not a whole lot of cars on the roadway yet, but that will be changing, and doesn't look like we're dealing with any weather hazards there. No fog, and it is definitely rain-free. We could use some rain, but this morning at the Festival of Flowers, where Scott and Sandra are, the temperature there is 52 degrees. It will be mostly sunny once the sun rises. We do have clear skies overhead there. And taking a broad look at the viewing area this morning, not a drop of rain showing up on the live radar, so leave the umbrellas at home today. And temperature-wise, we're holding in the 50s for most areas around Metro Mobile. 51 degrees for downtown Mobile, 51 at Spring Hill, 53 for Cottage Hill. Pensacola this morning, you're waking up to temperatures slightly warmer, 59 degrees there, same for Gulf Breeze. Let's go ahead and talk about your school bus forecast. Many of you getting the kids ready for school or laying out their clothes. It is going to be a hot afternoon for them. Temperatures will be ranging in the upper 80s, maybe even a little bit higher than that for the inland areas. They'll need some short sleeves, some shorts, and some light colors today under a mostly sunny sky. And here's a look at that graphic, if you will, for the school bus forecast. And there we go, high temperature today reaching 81 degrees. Planning your day on this Friday, on average, as you head out the door. 56 will be the temperature. By the lunchtime hour, warming to 77 degrees. High today reaching 81 by the time you head home, dropping down into the mid-70s. So all in all, a very warm day. And once again, it can get a little hot if you're going to be doing any strenuous activities outdoors. Not a whole lot of cloud cover this morning. Looks like that's going to stay that way. We're still kind of stuck in this dry slot thanks to high pressure really ridging in actually from the west, and that's preventing any weather systems from sliding our way. It's kind of protecting us, if you will, from all the rain. So all the systems moving to our west and to our north along a frontal system, and we could actually use some rain. In fact, we're in a bit of a rain deficit right now, so hopefully we'll get some pretty soon. But as far as the weekend forecast goes, doesn't look like we're going to see any. Highs today in the 80s, a warm day. That's that area of high pressure that is in control of our weather pattern, and it's going to stay that way through Sunday. Here is your 7-day forecast. High temp today, 81 degrees. A little bit of morning fog developing for Saturday morning. The weekend, 81 for Saturday, 83 for Sunday, and then dropping into the upper 70s as we head towards next week. That's a look at the weather. Now back to you live, Scott and Sandra.
Actually, Kelly, I'll take it right now, and we want to thank you for watching NBC 15 today at 5 a.m. Coming up at 5:30, the latest on a shooting at a local business that sent one man to the hospital and another to jail. Plus, your weather and traffic right after the break. You're watching NBC 15 today.
Some things we just can't help you with. But if you need a tux for the prom, we have rentals starting at just $60. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Trees and Trends, your premier source for all custom floral designs, welcomes a new season of decor with an anniversary celebration. You'll save 50% on select departments every day of the week. Save on floral bushes, all silk trees, framed and metal art, and be there on Saturday because all outdoor wicker patio furniture is 50% off. Receive free shipping now till the end of March on any online purchase from Trees and Trends, your unique home decor store.
Last year for Jack's birthday, no one showed up, except the fire ants. My timing was off, and they were still here for the party. But this year, I got new over and out mound treatment. It started to work immediately to eliminate the entire colony, including the queen. Then I followed up with over and out broadcast granules, so fire ants are gone for a whole year. Better this year, Jack?
Yeah! Over and out. Nothing's faster or lasts longer. Guaranteed.
How do you create the perfect home? A stylish room. Come browse the largest showrooms between New Orleans and Jacksonville. Maloof Furniture and Design is brimming with furniture and accessories from the world over and offers complimentary design service to pull your unique ideas together. Treat yourself to an unmatched value and an unrivaled shopping experience. Close to home. Maloof Furniture and Design, Sweet Home, Alabama, Foley.
On your wedding day, when everyone is looking at her, she'll be looking at you. So rent your tuxedo at Men's Warehouse and you'll look almost as good as she does. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it.
NBC 15 News starts now.
It is Friday, March 23rd, and a dispute leads to a shooting at a local business. Coming up the latest on the condition of a local store manager. That story plus your news from overnight in 2 minutes. And welcome back to NBC 15 Today. It is 5:31 on this Friday morning. I'm Bruce Mildwerf with your news headlines from the studio. Scott and Sandra are live from the Festival of Flowers. Good morning.
Top of the morning to you.
It's a nice morning. It's a little bit of a brisk morning. Chris over here has the right idea. He's got his little jacket on and he brought his scarf. Might need to, it kind of matches my shirt. I might need to go with the scarf the rest of the morning and a short sleeve shirt. What do you think?
Yeah, it's not exactly the same color tone of red, but we're experimenting with color and new ideas and putting different things together here in the realm of flowers, at least. So you get a little creative on me this morning.
It's cooler this morning than it was yesterday morning.
It's interesting because Kelly says it's going to get up to 81 or something, I believe, later today. So Kelly, what's the scoop? Why is it so chilly right now?
Well, right now we are dealing with high pressure. With high pressure, we get that sinking air. We don't have a lot of cloud cover up and above, so in the morning, a little cooler at the surface. By the afternoon, there's nothing there to protect us, and that sunshine just really bears down. So this morning, maybe a little bit chilly out there, 52 degrees right now where Scott and Sandra are at the Festival of Flowers at Providence Park Drive. Sunny conditions, though, expected for the day. Here's a quick check of your school bus forecast. Many of you getting the kids ready for school. High temperature today reaching 81 degrees. They'll need some short sleeves and some shorts. Why? High temperature reaching 81. If they're not dressed appropriately, it's going to feel pretty hot for them. That's a look at weather. Now a look at traffic very quickly this morning, and no weather hazards on the Cochran-Africatown Bridge.
Today, the U.S. House is set to vote on a military funding bill for Iraq. There are several strings attached to the funds that some say makes the bill a deal breaker and may hurt our troops. The bill pushed by Democrats is the most direct challenge so far to the president's Iraq policy. The president has threatened to veto the bill, protesting the troop withdrawal from Iraq by next summer and the billions of dollars in unrelated spending Democrats have added to it. This morning, the manager of a local pizzeria is in serious condition after being shot in the chest. Witnesses say he was shot by 36-year-old Dean Massey, the owner of Planet Smoothie on South McGregor and Old Shell Road. Police say Massey got into an argument with 21-year-old Christopher Charlton, an employee of Doughboy Pizza located 2 doors down. Witnesses say Charlton called his father, who later showed up at Massey's business to confront him about the incident. Allegedly, Massey pulled out a weapon and aimed it at Charlton's father. Eyewitnesses say Charlton then jumped in front of his dad and took the bullet instead. Police say Charlton was taken to USA Medical Center. Massey is charged with first-degree assault. This morning, police are searching for the man wanted in connection with a brazen home invasion. A 69-year-old woman was thrown to the floor by a man who broke into her home. It happened yesterday on West Fairfield Drive in Pensacola. Escambia County Sheriff deputies say someone kicked the glass door in at her condo. They say he wrestled her to the ground at gunpoint and then stole her purse. Anyone with information is asked to call the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. An Escambia County, Florida Sheriff's deputy is in the hospital after slamming his car into a utility pole. It happened along Jacks Branch Road in Cantonment around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Florida State Troopers tell us Deputy Gene Salter was trying to catch up to a traffic violator when he lost control of his unmarked car. He's listed in critical condition at West Florida Hospital. Later today, the local franchise for Homevestors of America, better known as We Buy Ugly Houses, and Pritchard City leaders will announce a partnership in the city's effort to clean up eyesores. Vacant and rundown houses that are targeted by Operation Eyesore risk being torn down if they go unrepaired. But in cooperation with the city's efforts to improve residential areas, Homevestors will buy houses from homeowners looking to see and will assume the rehab of those properties. A federal judge is refusing to allow a class action suit against State Farm Insurance, the case involving Hurricane Katrina damage in Mississippi. One policy owner asked to join others whose homes were reduced to slabs by the storm. However, the judge ruled the cases were too different to be combined into a class action suit. State Farm and other insurers have stood firm in saying that their policies cover damage from wind, but not rising water, including storm surges. A couple and their 3 teenage children are facing charges after a young woman says they held her captive for 6 months and referred to her as their slave. Police in Pennsylvania say the family beat the 19-year-old, forced her to do chores, threatened her life and the lives of her relatives. The victim says she went to live with the family voluntarily. Her own family had moved out of the area and she just wanted to finish high school in the district. Police say she had bruises all over her body. A Pennsylvania man is facing life behind bars. This after he was convicted of 971 counts of sex crimes, all committed against one victim. Prosecutors say Clarence Thomas sexually assaulted the girl for 10 years. Thomas testified that during the time in question, he weighed more than 400 pounds, had 4 heart attacks, and sustained a back injury that would have left him physically unable to commit those kinds of crimes. The prosecutor says the victim, who is now 20, had no reason to lie about it. A federal judge says parents, not the federal government, should be in charge of keeping their children away from internet porn. A judge struck down a 1998 law that makes it a crime for a website operator to let kids access what's called harmful material. The judge said the law violates free speech rights. It would have required sites to give proof of age before allowing users access to their content. Scam artists are trying to cash in on the godless coin mistake that made this year by the U.S. Mint. The U.S. Mint released an unknown amount of Washington dollar coins that were missing the caption "In God We Trust." Collectors were scrambling to buy them up, but now someone is producing fake godless coins by actually filing off the "In God We Trust" caption. Collectors say each godless coin is worth $50, while the fakes are worth $1. In a little more than 3 hours, Providence Hospital will be blooming with excitement. The 14th Annual Festival of Flowers continues today through the weekend, and that's where we find Scott and Sandra this morning. Good morning.
Bruce, you need to stop and smell the roses. These are amazing, and they smell amazing, and just what a gorgeous color. I mean, that's one of the things here. This is sort of a mix between, say, a coral and a salmon and a red. Some sort of interesting variety of rose.
Perfect.
They really are. I mean, just these blooms are unbelievable, and the fragrance is wonderful. It's so hard to describe.
My nose is a little stopped up, and it's still kind of penetrating through, and you
really
can still smell
This
it.
is that classic rose smell. So beautiful roses. I'd say I'm trying to coordinate, and this one tried to blend between the two of us. So this is the challenge for
Good job
for us, you know.
Just spending the morning trying to coordinate. That's the task.
Anyway, but it's certainly a wealth of flowers to choose from out here. So many exhibits, more than 300,000 square feet of exhibits out here, and the Italian theme in full flare.
And you know, with Italian themes, you can always find wine, and that's one of the big displays and seminars, seminars and demonstrations going on tonight. Today from 7 until 10, the winemaker dinner. Tomorrow from 1 until 5, there's a grand wine taste. You can get more on that at southernbreeze.com/winefest or call 1-800-239-9880.
And also going on, we have seminars and demonstrations. Today, here's what's on tap. Creating outside rooms, summer classics, presenting that at 10 a.m. Wedding Flowers and Ideas by Lene Denson. That's at 1 this afternoon. And then Photographing Plants and Flowers, Caligas Photo. That's at 2 o'clock. And actually, Scott, I brought out my digital camera today. I've been taking some photos to try to get ideas.
I wish I would have brought mine. I forgot.
Great,
I'd like to get some of this so I can look back on it and try and duplicate some of it.
Right.
Vegetable gardens grown in small spaces. That's done by Judy Stout, Master Gardener. 10 today. Antique Roses. 10 on Saturday. Antique Roses by Mary Jo Broussard from Mobile Botanical Gardens. That's at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
And also going on, we have the Mobile Museum of Art presenting the children's venue. So don't worry about the children. There's something for them as well. They can learn as well. Springtime in Italy, the theme for that. Saturday, 10 a.m. until 4, and then Sunday, 12 until 4. And one of the things they're going to be talking about is April Fool's Day and some of the Italian traditions that are associated with that. Something having to do with a fish, and it's a symbol of, I don't know, acting crazy on April the 1st, which is just around the corner.
And Easter stuff for the kids as well. They can do painting and all kinds of flowery Easter things. So plenty to do for the adults, plenty to do for the kids, and really anybody else you want to bring out here.
Yeah, have a splash of color in your life and enjoy the weekend. And this is the first full weekend of spring, I guess, because spring started this week. So it's going to be warm outside, and it's going to be lovely weather to come on out and enjoy the Festival of Flowers. So we'll be joining you a little bit later on throughout the show today. But right now, we're going to go and toss it back to the studio.
Magnifico! That was hopefully better than from yesterday's impression. Well, several of the top throwers from Alabama and surrounding states competed for a good cause at UMS Wright. Plus, Nick Saban talks about Alabama's upcoming spring workouts. We'll have all that and more later in sports. But first, Kelly.
Good morning, Bruce, and it's Friday. Good morning, everyone. And if you're headed down to the Festival of Flowers, beautiful conditions, sunny skies. Temperature right now, 52 degrees. It's going to be a warm day, though, with highs hitting the 80s. We'll talk more about your forecast, including your weekend forecast, and a look ahead to the next 7 days right after the break. You're watching NBC 15 today.
At Majors Home Improvement, we take pride in your satisfaction. We offer quality materials, exceptional workmanship at a fair price.
Everything was just outstanding. If we didn't believe in the product and the people that did the work for us, we would have never came back the second time to get the shutters. We had the windows first, we got the shutters, and it was outstanding.
Get 20% off all premium vinyl windows plus no payments until 2008.
For shutters, siding, windows, rooms, and clog-free gutters, let Majors do it.
Who knows what tires are best for your vehicle like Michelin, the best in safety, value, and performance for your car.
Trax Tire Pros does.
Who offers nationwide warranties on all tire brands and automotive service work.
Trax Tire Pros does.
Who keeps your car running right with professional cooling and transmission repair.
Trax Tire Pros does.
Who offers a full lineup of all these automotive services.
Trax Tire Pros does.
From Mobile, Daphne, and Theodore to West Mobile and Saraland, your local Tire Pros dealer has the answer.
Tamron Honda Eastern Shore has plenty of answers to today's rising gas prices. After all, Honda is the most fuel-efficient automotive line in America. Get up to 40 miles per gallon in a new 07 Civic. And right now, for the first time ever, drive a new Civic and get a low 2.9% financing. Or come choose your Tamron Honda Odyssey, Ridgeline, Pilot, or Element and get 0.9. That's right, 0.9% financing. Your gas dollar stretches further when you drive a new Honda from Tamron Honda, Eastern Shore and Daphne.
NBC 15 weather is brought to you by your local Jeep dealers.
And welcome back to the 14th Annual Festival of Flowers at Providence Hospital. Actually at the Art in the Park. That's one of the exhibits out here. Actually at the park at Providence Hospital where all the big tents are. But there is an exhibit called Art in the Park within the tents. So
that's right. Cool. Darwin has joined us out here. He made it out this morning, and he's got a little bit of a preview of something going on at Festival of Flowers today. Darwin?
There's so much going on, it's hard to keep up with it all. I'm saying it from McCoy Landscaping, and I'm going to step out of the way and let you take a look at this. This is one of 9 Italian-inspired gardens. Look at what you can do with an olive jar. If you got an old olive jar about the size of, I don't know, a Shetland pony sitting around the house, you might want to fill it up with a little water and create your own little Italian garden here. This is beautiful. And it's just one of the great ideas that you can get. This is from McCoy Landscaping. It's a combination of contractors and designers and landscapers that all work together to create a mood at your house. This is just an idea, a small space with lots of power and pizzazz. Talking about small spaces, there is another activity here called Floral Showcase, where local flower designers are given small spaces to do something very big with, and they have done that. And we're going to preview that right now.
There's 8 local florists, floral designers have taken an 8x10 section and created, through flowers and greenery and props, their interpretation of the Italian theme. We have formal gardens using beautiful begonias and roses and greenery and statues. And then we have more light fare. We have an Italian cityscape with sunflowers, a little more casual. There's no limitations. That's their interpretation and their talent. And any fresh flowers or anything they want to use. We have some talented floral designers in the city, and it's amazing what they can do with several different flowers and greenery.
Have you been inspired?
Have I been inspired? Of course. I always want to have fresh flowers in my house now.
All right, coming up in just a little while, you saw a little sneak there. It says Floral Tablescapes. We're going to be going to Floral Tablescapes. That is coming up a little bit later in the next hour, and it's a great opportunity for local designers to get their ideas together in an even smaller space, and we'll show you that in just a few minutes. Scott, Sandra?
Well, they do it justice. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
Wonderful work. Okay, thanks a lot, Darwin. We're going to toss it on over to Kelly to get the weekend weather forecast. Hey, Kelly.
Good morning, Scott and Sandra, and good Friday morning, everyone. A beautiful day to head down to the Festival of Flowers. It is 52 degrees right now, but it is going to get really warm by the afternoon. Highs hitting the 80s today under full sunshine, so wear some light colors and some short sleeves if you're headed down the Festival of Flowers. We'll take a look ahead to your weekend forecast, plus your 7-day outlook right after the break. You're watching NBC 15 today.
ET, tonight at 6:30 on NBC 15.
Doing projects around the house can be fulfilling and save money, but if you are unsure about electrical projects or wiring, call a licensed professional. Electricity isn't for kids, amateurs, or people who think they know what they're doing. We're your local electric cooperative and we care about your safety.
Eddie, are you ready for dinner?
Yes, Mom.
Brought to you by Baldwin EMC, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Is it time to update your flooring? Floor Source and Interiors has quality flooring to fit any budget. Whether you're looking for ceramic tile, hardwood, laminate, carpet, vinyl, or that perfect area rug, we have what you need to enhance the look of your home or office. From hundreds of rolls of carpet from all major manufacturers to a showroom filled with the latest styles, let our experts show you how to create the look you desire. Floor Source and Interiors. Quality flooring to fit your budget.
Sure Checkers has 2 drive-thrus, but make sure you join us at the right side drive-thru for great deals like our spicy chicken or crispy fish sandwich. Your choice, just 99 cents.
Don't listen to those guys. We here at the left side drive-thru have the best deals.
Like our spicy chicken or crispy fish sandwich. Your choice, just 99 cents.
Granted, their offer may seem the same, but ours comes with Rap Cat.
Rap Cat not available at all left side locations.
Thinking of a Toyota, Nissan, or Honda? Think Daphne Mazda. Take your pick. A Mazda 6, Miata, or CX-7 for $259 a month. Daphne Mazda. Home of the new Mazda 3, starting at $12,995. Get our best price in 15 minutes or less. Like $259 a month on the Miata, CX-7, or Mazda 6. The new 8-passenger CX-9 is in stock now. No hassles, no pressure, just untouchable prices. Daphne Mazda, where all we do is discount Mazda. Highway 98 in Daphne. Come in and take a test drive.
And register for the Miata giveaway.
Title, taxes, and fees. See dealer for detail.
Now, your local forecast with meteorologist Kelly Foster.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Well, if you're headed down to the Festival of Flowers or if you have any outside plans this weekend, we're talking about just some beautiful conditions all along the Gulf Coast. Here's a live look at traffic on this Friday morning, the last day of the work week, in and out of the George Wallace Tunnel. No weather hazards this morning. Your commute should be beautiful. In fact, if you're headed down to the Festival of Flowers, some really beautiful things there, not only flowers, but some really nice exhibits. You can really get a lot of ideas down there. Temperature-wise, 52 degrees at the Festival of Flowers at the Providence Park Drive. And when we take a look at the entire viewing area this morning, it is rain-free. We could actually use some rain. We're dealing with a rain deficit right now. For the month of March, we've picked up slightly under an inch. And for the year, we're about 9.5 to 10 inches below where we should be. So we do need some rain. We're not going to be getting any though today or really throughout the weekend. Temperature wise, 52 degrees for downtown Mobile, same for Spring Hill, Wheelerville, Cottage Hill, and heading on down to Pensacola along the beaches. The sun will be rising shortly and it's going to be a nice day there. 59 at Pensacola Beach and the same for Gulf Breeze. Well, it's the last day of the week and the kids, if they'll be headed out to school today, they'll need some short sleeves and shorts. It's going to be a hot afternoon, especially if they play hard. High temperature reaching 81 degrees. You may want to pack them a little bit of extra water. So planning your day today, 56 will be the temperature on average. By the lunchtime hour, 77 degrees. High today reaching 81. And then by the time you head home, we're still going to be in the mid 70s. So a very warm and dry day all along the Gulf Coast, but very beautiful conditions. So you will need to turn on the sprinklers, water some flowers if you'll be picking any up at the Festival of Flowers, and even make sure your plants are watered as well. It's not going to be done naturally. You can see we don't have any cloud cover across the area, and so mostly sunny skies today. We're still kind of stuck in this dry slot or dry sector. That's thanks to high pressure really wedging in from the west, and that means all the weather systems moving to our west and to our north and just staying there, not allowing anything to slide southward. And unfortunately, although it is nice, we could use some rain activity throughout the area. So 80s today, a warm day, high pressure dominates. Not much change by the weekend. That southerly wind flow continues to bring in those warmer temperatures and really sunny by your Sunday. Here is your 7-day forecast. High temp today of 81. Could see a little bit of morning fog for Saturday morning. Warm for your Sunday as well. High temperature of 83, and then we're back in the upper 70s through Thursday. So all in all, temperature-wise, we're well above seasonal readings. That's a look at weather. Now we'll take it to Scott and Sandra.
Thanks, Kelly. And you know, this morning a little bit chilly, but still would be a nice morning. For instance, if you had a light jacket on, to be out in your backyard and kind of relaxing on a nice a bench like we are.
Yeah, it wasn't as chilly until we sat down on these ice cold benches. These things are ice frozen, but it's a very nice effect out here to think about what your backyard could be like.
Look at the ambiance.
With the nice benches, with the nice flowers behind you. It kind of gives you
just have your cup of
ideas.
coffee in this setting. It's kind of idyllic, you know. It's very nice, you know.
You can see behind us the artwork that we've talked so much about. It's not just flowers out here. There's a heavy focus on Italian this year, obviously an Italian theme and Italian art. And there is plenty mixed in around here with the flower displays.
And it's nice that they have these benches here because, you know, I'm sure after all the work that went into this, the people who were landscaping this and putting it together probably really just felt just like relaxing and having a nice glass of cold water and just, you know, soaking it all in after it was done. But got a lot of ground to cover here as well, 300,000 square feet. And so, you know, bring your comfortable shoes because it's the ground, you know, it's basically grass. And it's cut, you know, very low, but, you know, bring your comfortable shoes because there's a lot of ground to cover, a lot to see. And also a digital camera may be a good idea as well if you want to take photos and then take it back home and try to duplicate what you saw.
Yeah, because there is no shortage of things to take pictures of, that's for sure out here. Between each tent, you have the main tent that we're in right now with the beautiful Bellingrath Gardens display right behind us that we showed you earlier. We'll show you again today. And there are tents on either side of us. So once you get in here and you start to walk around, covering the ground that is here will take you some time.
Yeah.
And I did notice there are some bathroom areas set up.
Good.
So there are places for you to stop. It's not like once you're out here, you're in no man's land. There are places to go.
Scott, always the practical thinker.
Well, you always got to think about that kind of stuff when you're out in tents
right.
and you're
kind
of removed from everything. Yeah, and there are things for kids to do tomorrow and on Sunday. The tents for the kids. They'll have lots of Easter stuff and April Fool's Day stuff to do with an Italian theme. It'll be really interesting for the kids and anybody else.
It's going to be awesome. And Darwin's out here with us this morning as well, and he's going to bring us more live reports coming up and our next hour's worth of news, weather, and sports and fun from the Festival of Flowers. But right now, we're going to go and toss it back to Bruce.
All right, thanks very much. We will see you very shortly. Moving on, Alabama begins spring practice tomorrow. This will be Coach Nick Saban's first chance to see what his players can do on the field. Clement Townsend has that and more in sports.
The NBC 15 Beach Cam is brought to you by George's Water Sports and Boat Sales.
When Palmer's Toyota Superstore does it big, we mean big. It's the first big sale of the year on over 1,500 new Toyotas and pre-owned vehicles.
Palmer's Toyota Superstore is sell price the gas-sipping Corolla to just $199 a month. $199 a month for Corolla with 41 MPG. Or drive the award-winning Camry for just $289 a month.
Visit our website at palmerstoyotasuperstore.com or visit our showroom. Palmer's Toyota Superstore, the family store.
NDI's Cracked Pot and Paris Market in downtown Bruton, Alabama offers unique fine furnishings and home accessories, including lamps, chandeliers, wall art, picture frames, candles, and baby gifts, all of exceptional quality. NDI is world-renowned for high-end permanent floral and botanicals. The Cracked Pot and Paris Market is an outlet store for NDI, located in its hometown of Bruton. NDI offers group tours of their facilities with previews of how their designs are created. Call today to schedule an appointment. Make a day of it in historic downtown Bruton.
Where can you find the best burger in town? Everybody goes to Milo. With that secret sauce that's known all around. Everybody goes to Milo. Just give us a try, you'll know why. Everybody goes to Milo. Everybody, 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 everybody goes to Milo.
And welcome back on this Friday morning at 5:55. Gulf Shores and Orange Beach waking up to 54 degrees. Here's sports with Clement Townsend.
NBC 15 Sports with Clement Townsend.
Good Friday morning, everyone. 15 days is nice and long if you're going on vacation, but when it comes to evaluating a football team, that's only a short time. Alabama begins spring practice Saturday. This will be Coach Nick Saban's first chance to see what his players can do on the field. During the spring, Saban hopes the players progress in several areas.
Obviously, the goals, of spring practice for us are to continue to establish those intangible things. I'm going to say it again: discipline, effort, toughness, ability to do your job, be responsible for your own self-determination, know what's expected of you.
In basketball and in life, it's better to leave a place before you overstay your welcome. Jags coach John Pelfrey acknowledged that he has met with South Florida in a statement released yesterday, so there is a possibility he may leave before he overstays his welcome at South. Tubby Smith is leaving before he overstays his welcome at Kentucky. Smith has taken the head coaching job at Minnesota. He's expected to be introduced at a news conference later today. Smith still had 4 years remaining on his contract at UK. Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods are two of the best players to compete in their respective sports. The same can be said for marathon runner Bill Rogers, but I'm pretty sure Rogers' paychecks are a bit smaller than the other two guys. Rogers is in town for Saturday's Azalea Trail Run. The 59-year-old is a 4-time ATR winner. Yesterday, he held a clinic for kids at St. Luke's Episcopal School.
But to be able to come out to the schools, I always say, I'm a lucky guy. This is what I do. I can go out and I can talk to young people about their health and fitness. And I think running and walking are the key sports for that.
Athletes from Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida competed at UMS Wright yesterday in the 5th annual Lion Newell Charity Throws Meet. The event is a fundraiser for the Child Advocacy Center. It's held in memory of Lion Newell, the former Bulldog star who died in 2002.
It meant a lot to his classmates to be able to come back here and celebrate his life in a fashion where we're giving something back to the community.
That's it for sports. Have a fantastic Friday.
Weather-wise, a beautiful Friday for everybody. Great weather to head down to the Festival of Flowers, or if you want to head down to the beaches, some beautiful conditions, and we'll take a look ahead to the next 7 days coming up.
All right, and at 6:01, a heated exchange inside a local smoothie shop results in a shooting and a man in critical condition. Details ahead. At 6:02, a Pensacola woman is thrown to her floor by a man who breaks into her home. We'll tell you what you need to know. And later, we'll give you the latest from the 14th Annual Festival of Flowers as Scott and Sandra report live from Providence Hospital. All that coming up in our next half hour. And thanks for watching NBC 15 Today at 5:30.
NBC 15 Today at 6 is next.
0% APR available on most 06 and 07 Chevys right now during the spring sales event at Bay Chevrolet. New Bay Chevrolet Cobalts from $89.90. All new 07 Silverado Crew Cabs from $20,995. New Equinox only $16,295. And new 07 HHRs from $12,299. So come on in now for your 0%. Bay Chevrolet. We're on Government Boulevard, 1/2 mile east of Hank Aaron Stadium.
Listen to what friends and family are saying about WC Construction.
WC Construction Services did a great job for me. I've referred them to several of my friends, and I would definitely use them again in the future.
After the hurricane, dealing with the city and the red tape was tremendously difficult. WC Construction came in, took care of business, and we're building today, and we have a home going up that we're going to be proud of.
WC Construction, building your future.
Our family has lived and worked in this community for generations, and we're proud to be your neighbors. You may see us at the ballpark, the mall, or at the pediatrician's office. As our neighbor, you can feel confident that you'll always find a fabulous selection of quality furnishings each time you stop in Mid-Bay Furniture. And we're sure you'll be surprised that down-home hospitality doesn't have to cost a fortune.
And remember, at Mid-Bay, you don't have to wait for Memorial Day, the 4th of July, or Thanksgiving to get a great deal.
Mid-Bay Furniture, just around the corner from the Eastern Shore Center.
You might just find it impossible to go to bed angry. Introducing Tide Simple Pleasures, a laundry detergent with naturally inspired essences of lavender and vanilla to calm, relax, and perhaps change your mood. Tide knows fabrics best. Choose from a variety of scents. Enjoy vanilla and lavender, water lily and jasmine, and rose and violet.
NBC 15 News starts now.
It is Friday, March 23rd, and a shooting inside a Westmobile business leaves a man in critical condition. And new information on a proposed cell phone ban for teen drivers in Alabama. Plus, 81 years after his death, Harry Houdini could be exhumed. We'll tell you why coming up. And welcome back to NBC 15 Today on this Friday morning. It is 6:01. I'm Bruce Mildwerf with your news headlines from the studio. Scott and Sandra are live at Providence Hospital from the Festival of Flowers. Good morning.
Morning, Bruce. Boy, how do you follow possibly Harry Houdini being exhumed?
I know. They said he may have been murdered. An intriguing story, but we have none of that out here. We're doing the fun duty today. We're at the Festival of Flowers. We're going to bring you all the details on what you can enjoy this weekend out here at Providence Hospital. But first, we want to find out what the weather's going to do with Kelly. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Sandra and Scott, and good Friday morning, everyone. The weekend is almost here, and weather-wise, it is going to be beautiful. Head on down to the Festival of Flowers. A little chilly this morning, 52 degrees, full sunshine by the afternoon. We're going to see some highs in the 80s, so keep that in mind. Here's a look at your school bus forecast for the kids. They need to dress in some short sleeves and some shorts today. It can get a little hot this afternoon if they're not dressed appropriately under a mostly sunny sky. High temp today reaching 81, so you may want to pack some extra water. Here is a live look at traffic this morning along the Bayway, and your Friday morning commute should be beautiful. Not a whole lot of cars on the roadways now, but we will see an increase once the sun rises. That's a look at weather and traffic. Now back to you guys.
Thank you, Kelly. Now to our top story. This morning, a Westmobile smoothie shop owner is in jail, charged in a shooting that critically injured an employee at a nearby pizza shop. It happened yesterday afternoon at the Planet Smoothie at Old Shell Road and McGregor Avenue. Police say 36-year-old Dean Massey and 21-year-old Christopher Charlton got into an argument. Charlton later called his father, who showed up to confront Massey. That's when police say Massey pulled out a gun. Witnesses say it looked like he intended to shoot the father, but Charlton jumped in front of him, taking the bullet instead. He is listed in serious condition this morning. In Pensacola, authorities are on the lookout for a man they say is responsible for a violent home invasion. They say a 69-year-old woman was thrown to the ground by a man trying to steal her purse right inside her own house. It happened yesterday on West Fairfield Drive in Pensacola. The man did get away with her purse. Anyone with information is asked to call the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. An Escambia County, Florida deputy is in critical condition this morning after a car wreck yesterday. Witnesses say Deputy Gene Stalter was trying to catch up with a speeder when he crashed into a utility pole in Cantonment. A spokesman says the 61-year-old suffered a fractured vertebrae and several broken bones, but he is expected to recover. Teen drivers in Alabama may not be banned from cell phone use after all. Legislation to ban those aged 17 and younger from talking on cell phones while they drive stalled in the Alabama House yesterday. The bill is now being rewritten. Several House members argued that the legislature should ban all cell phone use by drivers or none at all. No word on whether the issue will be resolved in the current session. Arson fires in our area have increased in recent months, and the Alabama Forestry Commission is asking for your help to solve them. They are asking anyone with information on suspicious fires to call their arson hotline. The number is on your screen, 1-800-222-2927. Callers can remain anonymous if they choose. Tips that lead to an arrest can result in up to $5,000 in reward money. Walmart coming under fire once again. The company is being accused of placing profits above the nation's port security. While the low-price leader says it is working to help improve security at the country's ports of entry, its critics are launching a campaign calling this into question. WakeUpWalmart.com, a union-backed group, says the retailer is lobbying against a measure to screen all cargo coming through the nation's ports. Walmart says the campaign is misleading. 81 years after his death, one of Harry Houdini's relatives wants to exhume his body. Houdini's great-nephew now wants forensic investigators to examine the body of the famous escape artist to determine if there is any evidence of foul play. The accepted version of Houdini's death is that he suffered a ruptured appendix caused by a punch to the stomach. However, a 2006 biography entitled The Secret Life of Houdini suggests that he may have been poisoned. 3 low-income Hawaiian families are now living in multi-million-dollar mansions thanks to a Japanese billionaire. He is opening up 8 of his mansions there to low-income families to live in for 10 years. Under the agreement, the families live in the homes rent-free, but they must pay the utilities. He announced the plan last year and received over 3,000 applications. One of the area's biggest events is going on right now, the 14th Annual Festival of Flowers, and that is where we find Scott and Sandra, they've been there all morning long. Good morning. Reporting from that Italian paradise.
Morning, Bruce.
It is paradise. I mean, what's like, I've been choosing roses all morning, and what are roses without Shakespeare? So what's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet. And let me tell you.
Look at that, quoting Shakespeare this early in the morning.
Sweet, thanks to my producer. I have to tell you, I was like, what's that Shakespeare line from Romeo and Juliet? And Amy came through for me.
It's very nice.
Absolutely beautiful. And I mean, just check out the color. I mean, there's such a variety out here. And just color, one of the main things that you can get ideas with from the Festival of Flowers.
Let's tell you real quick what the festival, what the schedule of the Festival of Flowers looks like. Today and tomorrow, 9 until 5. Sunday, 11 until 5. $12 at the gate. 12 and under get in free. It's on the campus of Providence Hospital in West Mobile. A lot of information on our website, NBC15online.com.
And bring your, what is it, the good life, La Dolce Vita. There you go, because the Italian theme, more than 300,000 square feet of exhibits, and it's selected as one of the best tourist events on the Southeast Tourism Society and also the American Bus Association.
Widely recognized.
Yeah, it really is. It's a great premier event down here, and we're going to be out here throughout the morning. Darwin's also going to have some stuff coming up as well. But right now, we toss it back to you in the studio.
Romeo, oh Romeo, where art thou, oh Romeo?
Oh my goodness.
Sandra, I can't compete with you, I'm sorry. And we will check back with them shortly, but first let's toss it over to Kelly for a look at our weather.
Good Friday morning, everyone. A really nice day shaping up. It is going to be rather warm this morning, 53 degrees at the Festival of Flowers, where Scott and Sandra are live this morning. And temperature-wise, we're going to hit 80s throughout much of the Gulf Coast. We'll take a more in-depth look at your forecast, including what's in store for your weekend, right after the break. You're watching NBC 15 today.
Southeastern Salvage Rug Sale. Up to 25% markdowns throughout our entire rug department, including indoor-outdoor patio rugs. 5x8, $39. 8x11, $99. Compare at $89 and $149. Southeastern Salvage Home Emporium, I-65 Mobile.
Check it out. Hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Ashley.
I'm I'm Ashley.
62 years. It's a wonderful moment in time. Today, Ashley Furniture Home Store is bringing quality, style, and savings to more North American homes. And you've made Ashley the #1 selling furniture brand in North America.
I'm Ashley.
And we're celebrating with no interest financing till 2010.
I'm Ashley.
Visit your Ashley Furniture Home Store now. Furniture you must have today at a price you cannot beat.
You're going to love this place. So fine.
Mana mana. Mana mana. Mana mana. Mana mana. Mana mana.
Humble, even in victory. Introducing the North American Car of the Year, the all-new Saturn Aura Sports Sedan. Now get 0% APR and $1,000 bonus cash.
For over 20 years, the friendly folks at Artistic Water have provided the Gulf Coast with fast, dependable service for all of their pool needs. Let our knowledgeable staff give you the freedom to enjoy your pool, spa, or pond all year long. Artistic Water, giving you the backyard resort of your dreams.
Southeastern Salvage Rug Sale. Up to 25% markdowns throughout our entire rug department, including indoor-outdoor patio rugs. 5x8, $39. 8x11, $99. Compare at $89 and $149. Southeastern Salvage Home Emporium, I-65 Mobile.
NBC 15 News is brought to you by UJ Chevrolet. You're watching NBC 15 Today. Now, your local forecast with meteorologist Kelly Foster.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Sunshine returning to the viewing area today, and temperature-wise, we are going to hit the 80s. So keep that in mind today. Dress appropriately. It can get a little hot during the afternoon hours, especially if you're going to be busy outdoors doing any strenuous activity. Let's go ahead this morning and take it to the Festival of Flowers and show you what's happening there. We do have a beauty shot there, and notice all the flowers. There is a little... Yeah, there's some visitors there already, and take a look at this fountain. You really need to head down there. You can really bring home a lot of ideas for your home and garden, and maybe even purchase some flowers there. But if you do so, you will need to water them. We're looking at some rain-free conditions this morning. Here's a current look at what's happening right now at the Festival of Flowers. The temperature there, 53 degrees. Once the sun rises, sunny conditions, and that's going to be the case all day long. Highs today will reach the 80s, but you won't need the umbrella. You may want to bring one, though, just in case, to maybe put one overhead to keep you a little cool. Temperature-wise, we are going to see unbelievably warm temperatures. 80s for much of the inland areas. Will be a little bit cooler along the beaches. Here's a look at the numbers right now. In downtown Mobile, it is 51 degrees, 52 though for Spring Hill, 53 at Cottage Hill. Pensacola, slightly warmer there. A great day to be at the beaches. It is going to be absolutely gorgeous. 58 for Pensacola and 59 for Gulf Breeze. Here's a look at your school bus forecast. Many of you getting the kids ready for school, wondering what they should wear. Well, some short sleeves for sure and some shorts. You may even want to pack them a little bit of extra water. It can feel hot outside, especially by the afternoon hours with temperatures in the 80s if they're not dressed appropriately. And also keep in mind you want to dress in some light colors. So planning your day on this Friday, 56 degrees as you head out the door. By the lunchtime hour, 77, and then by the time you head home, dropping down into the mid-70s. And once again, in between lunchtime and the late afternoon hours, we're going to see temperatures reaching the 80s. Why? Well, we don't have a whole lot of cloud cover across the area. High pressure is continuing to dominate, and notice we're still kind of stuck in this dry slot here. High pressure wedging in from the west, meaning all the weather systems moving to our west and north. Nothing sliding southward, so just some really rain-free conditions, very dry. We could actually use some showers, and it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing much in the way of rain activity. Here's your 7-day forecast. High temp today, 81 degrees. Little fog returning for Saturday morning. 80s for much of the weekend. Upper 70s as we head towards next week. And hopefully we'll see an isolated shower for Tuesday and Wednesday. Otherwise, get the sprinklers going. The lawns will need some saturation. Back to you, Scott and Sandra.
Thank you, Kelly. It is the 14th annual Festival of Flowers. We've been out here live all morning yesterday and today. We'll be here until 7 o'clock. We're going to join up with Darwin right after this break. He's got some good stuff ahead for us.
Stay with us. You can't miss it. We'll be right back.
The NBC 15 Beach Cam is brought to you by George's Water Sports and Boat Sales.
NBC Sunday starts with the live finale of Grease, You're the One That I Want, where somebody's Broadway dreams will come true. And every Sunday, Howie and McDonald are back to back. It's a great deal or no deal. Then, on an all-new Apprentice LA, when lovers find themselves on opposite teams.
It could get ugly.
Will business
I'm gonna smash their face in the dirt.
trump love?
What is going on here?
It all starts at 8/7 Central, Sunday on NBC.
We buy houses in any condition. Call 380-2461. We buy houses for any reason. Call 380-2461. We buy houses in any price range. Call 380-2461 or log on at pleasebuymyhousecash.com.
UJ Chevrolet, Mobile's only certified pre-owned Chevy dealer, announces the free GM certified used 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty. It's the industry's best pre-owned protection, and now you can buy with complete peace of mind. You get the 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty, a 110 multi-point inspection, and 2.9% financing. Choose from dozens of UJ low-mileage GM makes and models, the absolute cleanest cars, trucks, and SUVs on the coast. It's all at UJ Chevrolet, where you pay lower city taxes guaranteed. Airport Boulevard, just east of Schillinger, Mobile.
The best brands of flooring, the lowest prices of the season. Shop the semi-annual sale at Gleams Carpet One. Hurry in and save 25 to 50% on thousands of styles and colors of carpet, hardwood, laminate, tile, and more. Plus, make no payments for 1 year with free financing for 3 years. All 1,000 store buying power and special manufacturer incentives add up to great savings for you. At Gleams Carpet One.
Gleams Carpet One. We've got you covered, fantastic pricing and great payment plans.
Gravity will propel this Lexus IS over 4,000 feet in a matter of seconds. This Lexus IS will attempt to cover the same distance even faster. The 306 horsepower Lexus IS 350. So much for gravity. See Lexus of Mobile.
We buy houses in any condition. Call 380-2461. We buy houses for any reason. Call 380-2461. We buy houses in any price range. Call 380-2461 or log on at pleasebuymyhousecash.com.
NBC 15 weather is brought to you by your Southeast Dodge dealer.
And welcome back on this Friday morning. It's 6:15. Gulf breeze 59. Pensacola 58. Taking a look outside on the Mobile Bayway. No problems to report as the water. No, they changed it on me, the Cochrane Africatown Bridge, and still no problems there either. Well, it is now time to check back in over the Festival of Flowers in West Mobile, where Scott, Sandra, and Darwin have been live all morning long. Buongiorno.
Oh.
That's good morning, in case you don't know Italian.
Impressive. You've been working hard, I can tell.
Good. I love that.
Yes, buongiorno.
I'm impressed.
Thank you. Hope you didn't use it all right then. You still have some left for the rest of the morning.
Okay, Darwin is talking about what the kids can do because there's many options for them as well. And Darwin, what do you have for us?
Well, if I speak Italian, I'll just have to read a menu. That's about the extent of my Italian. But I'm actually in a kind of a country garden, and it spills out of the murals behind me with all kinds of mint and herbs, and it just kind of comes out of that mural and becomes real. It's really neat here, and it's by Zimlick Garden and Patio Center, or Patio Garden Center. They're on Dolphin Street. They're great. I'll tell you, it's a great place to stop and buy your spring plants. But I have Janice Setzler with me with the festival, and we're talking kids, right?
Yes, children's venue.
When can they enjoy all these great arts and crafts while they're out here? What's the hours?
Children's venue will take place Saturday from 10 to 4 and Sunday from noon to 4.
All right, let's talk about some things that they can enjoy while mom and dad are checking out the rest of the plants. This is all having to do with Italy in the springtime.
Springtime holidays.
This would be
Carnival.
Carnival. You know what? I realized I don't have my microphone with me, Janice, so we're going to have to sit real close together.
Okay, that's
okay.
great.
Also, and this is a nice spring hat, right?
Yes. Easter
okay.
bonnet.
You just speak into my
Easter
throat
egg.
here. Okay. And then we got something. Oh, thank you very much. And then we got something really cool here too. I'm going to pick this up. Kids can actually make these. Is there an extra charge for this? There's not, is there?
No.
Okay. fish. You're going to have to zoom out a little bit to get this one, Justin, because these are huge. Now, the kids won't be making them quite this big, will they?
No, they'll be making smaller size, kid size.
Okay, because these are kind of like mosaics made with paper. Oh, very cool. So when is this again that kids can take advantage of this?
Saturday and Sunday. Mobile Museum of Art are the ones that coordinated this.
They do a great job.
They do a wonderful job.
Okay, so bring the kids. That's the whole point. This is a family event. We're going to talk to you a little bit more later, but for now, ciao.
Okay, Dolce and Gabbana. I don't know. I'm a little bit tapped out myself. What about you, Bruce?
we're pushing the Italian thing. We'll have a lot more coming up from Festival of Flowers in a few minutes. First, here's Kelly.
Good morning, everyone. Well, those fish are beautiful. I can't wait to head down there. Here's a look at conditions at the Festival of Flowers, where Darwin, Sandra, and Scott are going live this morning. 53 is the temperature. Highs today, though, will be hitting the 80s there, and full sunshine expected once the sun rises. That's a look at conditions right now at the Festival of Flowers. We'll take a look at what's happening along the rest of the Gulf Coast after the break. You're watching NBC 15 today.
The race is on during Chris Meyer's Nissan's National Sales Race, and you're the winner. The home team, your only locally owned Nissan store, is in a race to sell 200 new Nissans. Get record-breaking deals on redesigned Altimas or Titans. Your choice, $17,990. $17,990. 07 Versas, $197 a month. $197 a month. Whatever it takes, we won't lose a sale over price. Through Saturday during Chris Meyer's Nissan's National Sales Race.
Kids want their bedrooms to be fun, a place where they can play, hang out, and be comfortable. When I designed kids' furniture with rooms to go, as a mom, I wanted to give them all of that and more. It had to be safe, functional, and built to last. Quality bedroom furniture that transitions with your kids as they grow. So now, everyone gets to be happy.
The Cindy Crawford Kids Collection, now exclusively at Rooms to Go Kids.
I can't wait to be part of your home.
We know that home is where your heart is. Where you can enjoy peaceful solitude or embrace the laughter of your friends and family. Put your feet up and play a while. Benchmark. We're building more than just homes.
Before you find yourself here, bring your car here to your friendly neighborhood mechanic at Precision Tune Auto Care Center. Let us show you how to maintain your vehicle to keep it on the road and running smooth. Start with this great deal at your local participating Precision Tune Auto Care Center.
It's gonna be music to your ears. Precision Tune.
Truckloads of bank repos, lease terminations, and former rental cars, demo models and auction cars, 07s and 06s, even local one-owner trades. 200 cars and trucks slashed to rock bottom during the Repo Depot sale at Mark Dodge. The bank holds the titles to these vehicles and they don't want them. $89 down delivers. Payments as low as $119 a month. Just pick a car and pick a payment. But hurry, when they're gone, they're gone. The gigantic Repo Depot sale only at Mark Dodge.
NBC 15 News is brought to you by Mark Dodge.
Welcome back to NBC 15 today, about 6:21 right now. We're live at Festival of Flowers, 53 degrees here right now, although it feels a little bit cooler than that. And sunny, it ain't sunny yet, but it will be. It's a little chilly this morning. It's noticeably cooler now than it was yesterday morning. I might not have worn the short sleeves today had I realized it would be a little cooler, but it still feels very nice nonetheless. And the flowers around here, I think it kind of wakes up the scent of the flowers too, to have the little bit of nip in the air.
Probably does. It's a real fresh feeling, But I tell you what, absolutely gorgeous here. And one of the big things about a garden of any sort, though, Scott, or maintaining flowers, is again the maintenance. And down here in the deep south, you know how it is. I mean, the weeds are out of control normally. So one of the good things that you can learn here is how to maintain those gardens and how to deal with it.
And it's funny you mentioned weeds because it's not just flowers out here, like we mentioned.
Right.
Check this out. There's a nice weed eater that's in the tent right behind us. There are tools like this that you can use in your garden. There are lawnmowers. There are big tractors. There's a John Deere tractor in the next tent behind us that I'm dying to get on and drive around, but I don't think that's going to happen. There's also an edger, and looked like one of those I'm losing the name for it now, one of the sod machines where you dig up the sod. What is that thing called?
A
tiller, yeah. That's the word I was looking for.
Sandra,
Well, smart, Scott.
Okay.
Thank you, Sandra.
And I don't have anything that big, but everybody needs a wheelbarrow. But if we have a little miniature wheelbarrow
You're not
here,
gonna haul much in
I wasn't
that
going to
thing.
take the big wheelbarrow over here for this shot. But interesting enough. And the interesting thing is too, they have seminars to tell you how to execute these things in the right way and how to maintain them in the right way and really get the most from your tools. And don't, the thing is, it's a funny story. My dad used to have to maintain our garden, and it was always a disaster. He'd accidentally till up the azalea bushes or accidentally till up the flowers or
and
something.
the weed eaters, sometimes they'll
he'd
get
be
out of
very
control.
careful,
I was trimming some stuff last weekend and kind of lost control and got some
that's
things
not
I
good.
shouldn't have gotten.
Yeah.
It doesn't always
The
work
experts
so
are
well.
out here to give you some tips on that as well. So
And
for everybody.
We'll tell you about those demonstrations a little bit later on this morning. There are a lot on the Festival of Flowers website, which you can get to through our website, NBC15online.com. We'll kind of hit some of the highlights later this morning. And there are the times today and Saturday, 9 until 5, Sunday, 11 until 5, right here at Providence Hospital, $12 at the gate. 12 and under gets in free. It all benefits the Providence Hospital Foundation. Again, our website has a ton of information, NBC15online.com.
And birthdays today. Maybe you'll get some flowers for your birthday, or maybe you'll get a weed eater for your birthday. I don't know. Jonathan West, though, happy birthday. Love, Shannon.
There was a time I would have hated power tools for my birthday. No more, though. I'll take them. Paul Etheridge is celebrating. Happy birthday from Angie, Wesley, Mike, Nicole, and Seth.
And big birthday wishes to Callie Gainey from Papa, Gigi, and Bridget.
Happy birthday, Mary Tanner from Jean and Tootsie.
Happy birthday, Sonny Moss from Jean and Tootsie.
Trent Montgomery is celebrating. Happy birthday from Jean and Tootsie as well.
Big birthday wishes to Penny Holmes George from Moose and Diane.
Happy 18th, Carly Lancaster, the big 1-8 from Megan Dink. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Wardell Hunter, 29. Love you, your best friends, Carly and Sean.
Happy 36th, Tim Warren from Tina and Hunter.
And happy birthday, Braden Manuel, 7, from Mom, Dad, and Nicholas.
Happy 13th, Gregory Overton Gamble from Mom, Grishante, and Bookie.
And birthday wishes to Brian Davis, 15. Love, Mom, Patrick, and family.
Happy first birthday to Brant Cannon from Mommy, Daddy, Mimi, and Papa. Happy birthday, Brant.
Emily Nelson also celebrating her first birthday. Happy birthday. Love, Mommy and Daddy.
Happy birthday, Katie Salou from your best friend, Shannon.
Happy birthday, Malaysia Shawers, 1 today. Love, parents, Joseph and Brandy. Happy birthday.
Happy anniversary to Elizabeth and Bubba Ward. They've been married 29 years.
And congrats to Laura and Lucky Palmer, 22 years.
And if you have a birthday you'd like to get on the air, email us birthdays at NBC15online.com or mail it 661 Azalea Road, Mobile 36609. Get it to us 7 days in advance, please. And I believe it is also Noon producer Mark Biggs' mother's birthday today.
All right.
Ann Biggs is celebrating a birthday. He told us how old she was, but we won't reveal that.
We will not
on the
get
air.
him in trouble. Anyway, happy birthday, Ann Biggs, as well. We hope you make it a great day. We're going to leave here right now from the Festival of Flowers, but be back with more for you a little bit later.
And in news this morning, the city of Pritchard is working on a new plan to beautify its community. Instead of destroying old homes, they are hoping to repair them instead. We'll have more on that just ahead. But first, the local man accused of brutally attacking his own grandparents heads to court today. We'll have details on that next. Those stories plus your full forecast right after the break. Stay tuned. You're watching NBC 15 Today.
NBC 15 News is brought to you by Granite Transformations.
At Sofas and More, we think you should have a choice with hundreds of leathers to choose from. Your style, your sofa, your way. Sofas and More.
You need to borrow this baby? You let me know.
No, I'm good.
Better than good.
Everyone loves an upgrade. Get yours at the GMC Upgrade event. Like an 07 Yukon with best-in-class fuel economy. And now, upgrade to professional grade with 0% APR plus $1,000 bonus cash. Hurry, the GMC Upgrade event ends April 3rd.
I got breakfast. Did you get a raise? No, my treat. Promotion? Bonus? Trust fund.
With McDonald's Free Coffee Wednesdays, you can afford to pick up breakfast for your friends at the office. And now that we add the cream and sugar for you, you'll save time too.
Must be nice having a sugar mama.
When Palmer's Toyota Superstore does it big, we mean big. It's the first sale of the year on the all-new redesigned Toyota Tundra with over 10,000 pounds of towing capacity.
Palmer's Toyota Superstore has still priced the all-new Tundra Double Cab to just $299 a month. $299 a month for the Tundra Double Cab with 381 horsepower.
Visit our website at palmerstoyotasuperstore.com or visit our showroom. Palmer's Toyota Superstore, the family store.
At Sofas and More, we think you should have a choice. How about 1,000 choices? Your style, your sofa, your way. Sofas and More.
You're watching NBC 15 Today.
Everybody to NBC 15 Today at 6 a.m. We are live at Festival of Flowers this morning. It is just before 6:30, and it is a beautiful morning once again this morning. A little cooler today than yesterday, but it's still going to get sunny later on and warm up quite nicely.
It's going to be wonderful, and Kelly's got the details on how it's going to happen. Hey, Kelly.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Here's a look at the current setup right now at the Festival of Flowers. 53 degrees. The sun will be rising shortly, and full sunshine is expected there today. In fact, high temperatures will be reaching the 80s. So keep that in mind if you're going to be heading down there. In the meantime, not a drop of rain on the live radar. We could actually use some rain, but it looks like for the weekend, it is going to be nice and dry. 52 degrees right now for downtown Mobile. Same for Spring Hill, 53 at Cottage Hill. And in Pensacola this morning, you're a little bit warmer. In fact, the folks there waking up to 58 degrees, 59 for Gulf Breeze. Here's a look at your school bus forecast this morning. High temperature today, making it up to 81 degrees under mostly sunny skies. The kids will need some short sleeves, some shorts, maybe even a little bit of water if they play hard during the afternoon. And if they're not dressed appropriately, it's going to feel downright hot. Here's a look at planning your day on this Friday. 56 degrees on average as you head out this morning. By the lunchtime hour, rather warm, 77 degrees. Your high today, 81 degrees. And by the time you head home, dropping down to 74. Not a whole lot of cloud cover across the area on this Friday. In fact, the weekend is shaping up to be very nice. A beautiful day to head down to the beaches, but keep in mind there is a moderate risk of rip currents today. In the meantime, we're still kind of stuck in this dry slot here. High pressure continues to ridge in from the west. All the weather systems moving still to our west and to our north along a frontal system, so nothing sliding south and east to really give us any rain action as we head towards the weekend, which is good news if you have any outdoor plans. Normally on the weekends when it's pretty and nice, you get outside and get some things cleaned up, or you head down to the beaches and relax. 80s will be the high today, and as we head through Sunday, high pressure is hanging around, making for sunny conditions and dry weather for your weekend. Here's your 7-day forecast. High today of 81 degrees, a little morning fog by Saturday, temps in the 80s for the weekend, upper 70s by next week.
Thank you, Kelly. Now to our top story this half hour, and it is new this morning. Today, the Pensacola man accused of brutally attacking his own grandparents makes his first appearance in court. 34-year-old Michael Tipton remains in jail without bond. Sheriff's deputies say he attacked the elderly couple Wednesday night in the Pensacola home where they all lived. This morning, his grandmother is in critical condition. His grandfather is in fair condition. Tipton is charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. This morning, a 21-year-old has been upgraded to serious condition after being shot during a heated exchange yesterday. Witnesses say 36-year-old Dean Massey, the owner of Planet Smoothie on South McGregor Avenue, got into an argument with 21-year-old Christopher Charlton, an employee of Doughboy Pizza located just 2 doors down. Witnesses say Charlton called his father, who later showed up at Massey's business to confront him. That's when Massey allegedly pulled out a gun and aimed it at Charlton's father. Eyewitnesses say Charlton jumped in and took the bullet instead. He was struck in the chest. Massey is charged with first-degree assault and is in the Mobile County Metro Jail this morning. Deputies in Escambia County, Florida are still looking for a man they say was involved in a violent home invasion. It happened yesterday on West Fairfield Drive in Pensacola. The 69-year-old woman was inside her home when someone kicked in her glass door and ran inside. She was pushed to the floor during a struggle, and the man got away with her purse. If you have any information, call the Escambia County Sheriff's Department right away. New this morning, Operation iStore in Pritchard is getting a little help to try and save dilapidated homes instead of tearing them down. Today, Pritchard Mayor Ron Davis is expected to hold a news conference to announce that Homevestors of America is getting involved. The company is best known for its slogan, "We buy ugly houses," and that's exactly what the company plans to do. Homeowners who can't afford to repair their homes and risk having them torn down will instead be given the option to sell. Homevestors of America will then handle the costs and labor needed for repair before putting the homes back on the market. In national news, today the House is expected to vote on a bill that sets a September 2008 deadline for the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Iraq. One Democratic congressman says if it comes off, it's, quote, a superb accomplishment. Liberals want the troops home even sooner, while moderates say they are fearful of tying the military's hands. The White House says President Bush would veto the bill if it passes. In Alabama, an Iraqi military officer attending a year-long Air Force training program has disappeared. A customs spokesman says federal and local law enforcement are searching for him. He disappeared from Maxwell Gunter Air Force Base in Montgomery. Authorities say there's no indication the man is a national security or public safety concern. This morning, Elizabeth Edwards is awaiting more test results to see how widespread her returned cancer is. Yesterday in a news conference, Democratic presidential candidate John Edwards says he and his wife made a joint decision to move forward with the campaign. Edwards' cancer has been found in her bones. Doctors say it is not curable, but it is treatable. We could find out on Monday how Anna Nicole Smith died. Nearly 7 weeks after she was found dead in her hotel room, a news conference is scheduled to release results of the autopsy. Originally, the medical examiner said he did not find any indication of drug use, but he then delayed the release of the full autopsy report after police gave him more evidence. He has not said what the evidence is, but prosecutors have said they are not treating Smith's death as a homicide. Over 8 acres of splendor await you at this year's Festival of Flowers, celebrating with the theme Giardini d'Italia. Let's check back in with Scott and Sandra, who are live this morning from Providence Hospital. Buongiorno. Buongiorno, however you say it.
What an intro. He just sets us up so well, doesn't he?
He's great. I'm impressed, Bruce. I have to say that. And, I don't hand that out easily. Janice Sessler is here. And Janice, you're telling us about some of the stuff that's on display here. We have so many people, so many different people who have contributed to this event, and some exotic locations as well. For instance, this is from Japan.
Yes, this is an example of Ikebana, one of the floral and horticultural societies represented here. And this is the Master Gardeners. We also have Mobile Botanical Gardens and the Orchid Society and Bonsai. So many of these smaller societies are represented by the style of plants that they nurture and grow. And we'll have representatives here as well to talk about them and answer questions.
That's one of the best things about this event, I think, is that if you're just a total novice in the garden and don't have a lot of experience doing anything and you don't know even the first place to begin, that there are people out here who can answer any question that you have. You can bring them samples of what you have at home and they can look at it and tell you what it is or what you can do with it and how to best make it last and so you don't kill the thing.
That's right. There's
I'm one of the
a lot
people
of knowledge.
who kill quite a few things.
And for instance, with the Ichabod, this is something, it's so exquisite, but it's not something really typical and indigenous to the Gulf Coast, so it's interesting to find out from other places what you can do.
I mean, they learn about this as Japanese technique and as structured planting and arrangements. And so they work together with different types of materials to put it together.
It's absolutely beautiful.
I think when a lot of people hear about bonsai, the first thing that pops into their head, at least people around my age, is the Karate Kid. Remember when Mr. Miyagi had all the bonsai trees?
So meticulous.
And that, I was so interested in it when I saw it then because they're just miniature versions of big trees and they're so finely manicured and so professionally presented. It's a really neat thing.
We have some beautiful specimens here at the show. They were just a little too large to bring over.
Yeah,
yeah,
we have to be
understand.
very careful. We don't want to mess it up. And you said just the outcome has been perfect. I mean, wonderful so far. So many people have been coming through.
The weather has helped, and we've just got so many wonderful things, but we've had very large crowds. It's been very nice.
Great.
But it's not like, it's spacious in here, so you never feel claustrophobic or anything. It's really a comfortable atmosphere to come view everything.
Over 8 acres here.
Yeah.
Under 10
plenty of room.
Yeah.
Wait until today and tomorrow and Sunday.
Right.
It's just going to be huge, I think. You couldn't ask for a much better weekend.
Well, we hope families will be out with the children's venue and other things going on.
Okay, thank you so much, Janice, and good luck to you.
Let's take a look at the schedule before we run off real quick and tell you the times one more time. Today and Saturday, 9 until 5. Sunday, 11 until 5. It's in West Mobile, Providence Hospital campus. $12 at the gate. 12 and under, of course, get in free.
And back to you, Bruce.
This is for Scott. Wax on, wax off.
Right. Wax on, wax off.
Wax off. All right, we'll check back in with you in a little bit, but first, let's toss it over to Kelly for a look at our weather.
Well, good Friday morning, everyone. If you're headed down to the Festival of Flowers, lots of sunshine once the sun rises. Right now, the temperature is 53 degrees. The weather is going to be perfect. Just some really beautiful conditions expected for the Festival of Flowers. In fact, we'll take a look ahead to your weekend forecast and your 7-day outlook right after the break. You're watching NBC 15 today.
Hi, Betty Gooddeal here, and this is Hyundai of Daphne's promise to you. Our lowest prices will always be clearly marked on the windshield of every vehicle, like a new 07 Entourage, rated highest in safety, just $19,900. Come on in today.
There are plenty of things you've planned to do this summer with your free time. When you have a new John Deere riding lawnmower, not only will you enjoy more free time, you'll have one more reason to enjoy getting your lawn looking beautiful. Plus, with great financing options available, owning a new John Deere riding lawnmower has never been easier. So head on down to Foley Implement Company, Highway 59 South in Foley, or in Mobile at the all-new Mid-Gulf Equipment, 7550 Moffett Road, for all your John Deere equipment needs.
The newest, most powerful Nextel phones are here. Introducing the i880 with its sleek design, 2-megapixel camera, and built-in MP3 player. Now your to-do list has its own playlist. And check out the rugged i580. It's built to withstand rain, dust, shock, and anything else you throw at it. And the affordable i670 with GPS capability like all Nextel walkie-talkie phones. Phones start at just $19.99. The power to get things done with Nextel. Nextel, only from Sprint.
It's about fresh choices. It's about great deals. It's about time to come back to Barnhills. And now's a better time than ever. We've got a different special to enjoy every weeknight. Monday, we're serving up breakfast for dinner. Taco Tuesday is kids' night. Wednesday is a Southern-style supper. Thursday is a taste of Italy. And don't miss Friday's seafood extravaganza. Get crispy fried catfish, frog legs, shrimp scampi, and more. It's a week's worth of reasons making every night great for unlimited selections, one low price at Barnhills.
Congress may have changed the law, but filing a bankruptcy still may be the solution you're looking for. I'm attorney Jay Casey, and I help people overcome their financial difficulties and rebuild their lives. If you think we might can help you, call us for a free consultation.
Hi, Betty Gooddeal here, and this is Hyundai of Daphne's promise to you. Our lowest prices will always be clearly marked on the windshield of every vehicle, like award-winning new 07 Hyundai Santa Fe's, just $21,900. Come on in today.
NBC 15 News is brought to you by Altel.
You're watching NBC 15 today.
And a very good morning to you. 52 degrees in Mobile, where we are at the Providence Hospital grounds at the park at Providence, and you just saw the tents for the 14th annual Festival of Flowers.
And we've got a shot right here that's kind of neat. Let's take a look at this one. It is an artist painting. If we can see the shot, I can talk to you about it. There it is. It's an artist painting a mural, and you can see the mural in there. It's an artist painting the picture, right?
Yeah, that's really cool. It's as if the artists were looking out over the landscape, but this was from, I guess, like witnessing this event, and you see the easel there as if he was just looking out. Very, very creative.
And the artist stepped out for a minute to run and
something like that.
Get a cup of coffee.
But interesting idea.
And you saw that shot outside a second ago with the tent set up. It's very big out here, a lot of tents, 300,000 square feet out here. So if you come out here, that's what you look for. Look for the big white top tents as you come onto the Providence Hospital grounds. Yeah, you cannot miss it.
And it's really a little chilly this morning, so maybe a light jacket when you first come out today when the doors open. But later on, you'll be shedding that. Kelly, tell us what's going on with the weather.
No, we're going to talk to Darwin right now.
I am so wrong. That's
Kelly will tell us about
Darwin.
the weather in a minute.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, hey Darwin, sorry.
The weather's great. The weather's great. Come on out. Hey, take a look at this. This is a beautiful arbor, and it's once again at Zemlich. And I just had to show you this because it is so neat. Freestanding, an example of what you can do in your own yard. And it's once again the thought of some creative people. And this time they use metal. But flowers are the medium here, and we stopped by one tent just that way yesterday to take a look at another great venue, and it is called Tablescapes.
landscape is where retailers in our area are given the opportunity to display what they do best. And so they've come out and some have taken on the Italian theme and some have not. You have the choice. But you are required to have a table, 2 chairs, and that's really it. A table and 2 chairs.
You create the mood.
And you can do day, night, whatever theme you would like to do. Garden, you know, dinner, whatever. They're outdoor entertaining rooms. That's what they are. And that's what we try to give you, an idea of how to expand your outside. And you can use them for entertaining. It's wonderful. You know, it gives you extra space instead of having to be confined to your home. I actually went to my house and just started pulling things from the backyard.
You did.
And I've had a business and before, and so I had some things that were interesting, and you just start, your creative ideas just start flowing.
Ah, the product of a fertile mind. See what you can do if you're creative? See? I didn't really do this. Anyway, come on out and enjoy the festival. There's so much to see. I wish I could take credit for this. Scott, Sandra.
Very nice.
Hey, Darwin is so creative. You know,
maybe not that creative, but still pretty creative.
Yeah, very neat. All right, well now, as I jump the gun, we want to find out what the weather's going to do with Kelly.
We'll have more
Kelly.
from here in a couple of minutes.
We sure will.
Now, your local forecast with meteorologist Kelly Foster.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Well, mostly sunny conditions expected for this Friday. The weekend is almost here, and the weather is just going to be nice today and this weekend for the Festival of Flowers. So head down there. It is going to be beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and take a live look at the Festival of Flowers, and we have a beauty shot of some beautiful flowers down there. They will need some watering today. We are dealing with some rain-free conditions, not a drop of rain in the forecast throughout the weekend, and hopefully we'll squeeze out a shower or two in the 7-day forecast. But at this point, the chances are looking slim to none. Let's go ahead and show you the temperature right now at the Festival of Flowers. It is 53 degrees, a little bit chilly. You may need a sweater this morning, but by the afternoon, we're going to see 80s. And once the sun rises, full sunshine expected. Here's an overall view of the viewing area, and it is looking very nice. Not a drop of rain. We do need it. We're about 9.5 to 10 inches below where we should be for this time of year. And really for the month of March, we've had less than an inch of rain. So at this point, looks like that's what it's going to be for the month of March unless these rain chances increase. 53 degrees right now for downtown Mobile. In Pensacola, slightly warmer this morning. You're waking up to 57 degrees, 59 though for Gulf Breeze. Here's a look at the school bus forecast on this Friday. The kids will need some shorts, some short sleeves, light colors. High today reaching 81 degrees, and if they're not dressed for the warm weather, it is going to be very hot. In fact, you may want to pack them a little bit of extra water. So planning your day on this Friday. 56 degrees as you head out the door this morning. By the lunchtime hour, 77. Your high today reaching 81. And by the time you head home, we're still going to be in the mid 70s. So a big time warm up expected really as we head on into the weekend as well. And anytime we have beautiful weather, many of you head down to the beaches, and really a great weekend to maybe be outdoors getting some things done. But if you're going to be doing any strenuous activity, make sure you drink plenty of water. Notice we are not looking at a whole lot of cloud cover across the area. That's why we're dealing with mostly sunny conditions. High pressure continues to ridge in from the west. We're still kind of stuck in this dry slot, and that means persistent rains for the west and to our north as all the systems continue to travel around us, because that high pressure just isn't breaking down to let anything slide towards the south and east and give us any rain action. In fact, here's a look at your forecast track as we head towards the weekend. High pressure in control today. Southerly winds continue to bring in those warm temperatures. 80s today, 80s for your Sunday, and a sunny, beautiful weekend. Here is your 7-day forecast. High temp today, 81 degrees. Could see a little bit of morning fog for your Saturday. Temperatures 81 for Saturday, 83 for Sunday. Hopefully we'll see an isolated shower for Tuesday and Wednesday. We desperately need the rain, and notice temps moving to the upper 70s as we head towards next week. So beautiful weather, but some flowers. We'll need some watering.
All right, looking good. Thanks, Kelly.
All right.
And coming up, more from the 14th Annual Festival of Flowers. Sandra, Scott, and Darwin are all live on location this morning from an Italian garden right here in our own backyard. We'll tell you more about it coming up. But first, a look at your morning sports.
Now, NBC 15 Sports with Clement Townsend.
Good Friday morning, everyone. 15 days is nice and long if you're going on vacation, but if you're evaluating a football team, that's not so long. Alabama begins spring practice Saturday. This will be Coach Nick Saban's first chance to see what his guys can do on the field. During the spring, Saban hopes the players progress in several areas.
Shot clock at 5.
Florida battles Butler in the Sweet 16 Friday night. The Gators are a 1 seed while Butler is a 5 seed. Coach Donovan feels that doesn't really matter, and he gives a pretty interesting explanation to make his point.
You know, it's like a horse race. I think when they come out and the odds go off on a horse race, you think those horses have any idea who's 2-1, who's 3-1, who's whatever it is? No clue. Well, I think when the ball goes up and our guys are competing and playing, I don't think they have any concept of what the seeding is or anything else.
Horse racing and basketball. Enjoy the NCAA tournament. Have a great Friday.
The NBC 15 Beach Cam is brought to you by George's Water Sports and Boat Sales.
Tamron Honda Eastern Shore has plenty of answers to today's rising gas prices. After all, Honda's the most fuel-efficient automotive line in America. Get up to 40 miles per gallon in a new 07 Civic. And right now, for the first time ever, drive a new Civic and get a low 2.9% financing. Or come choose your Tamron Honda Odyssey, Ridgeline, Pilot, or Element and get 0.9. That's right, 0.9% financing. Your gas dollar stretches further when you drive a new Honda from Tamron Honda Eastern Shore in Daphne.
Yeah, can I get the love handles, double chin, and some blubber?
Do you want the double blubber?
Sure.
And I'll have the same thing, but instead of the blubber, can I get some fender thighs and a badonkadonk butt?
Please drive around.
When you get greasy fast food, what are you really getting? Introducing the new Subway Fresh Fit Meals with new better-for-you sides and drinks. The new Subway Fresh Fit Meals fit into the American Heart Association's approach to a healthy lifestyle. Subway, eat fresh.
You've seen this look in beautiful home furnishings magazines. Find it for Lasset Bronsteins. You've admired this look in the latest furniture catalogs. Find it for Lasset Bronsteins. You've seen this look at better department stores. Find it for Lasset Bronsteins, especially now during Bronstein's 3-day savings event. Save 20 to 40% off all quality brands like Drexel Heritage, Henredon, Martha Stewart, and others. Qualify for free interest at Bronstein's. Shop Bronstein's 3-day savings event. Find the best of everything, including the savings at Bronstein's on Azalea Road.
The new Honda Ring-Con. Independent rear suspension with a fuel-injected 700 class power plant. It's our biggest, baddest ATV ever. Nothing can stop it. Well, almost nothing. The new, more powerful Honda Ring-Con.
See you at A&B Cycle, 3755 Government Boulevard, Mobile. NBC 15 News is brought to you by A&B Cycle.
And good Friday morning to you at 6:50. Mobile, 53 degrees, as is West Mobile. All around Mobile, 53, 54 degrees. And it's time once again to check in with Scott and Sandra, who are live at the Festival of Flowers this morning. Ciao Bella.
Oh, ciao Bella.
Ciao Bella. That's more for Sandra. Scott, I'm sorry. You're beautiful
much.
too, but
Bruce has his Italian made easy tape next to him up on the set right there.
I have the dictionary right here.
Yeah, thank you,
On
Bruce.
phonics or something like that.
We're going to show you what's around us in just a second, but let me run through these seminars real quick. We told you about it earlier this morning. This is some of the highlights from the Festival of Flowers website at festivaloflowers.com. You can get to it through our website. Creating Outside Rooms, Summer Classics, that's at 10 today. Wedding Flowers and Ideas with Lene Denson at 1 o'clock. Photographing Plants and Flowers from Caligaz Photo, that's at 2 o'clock. There is also Vegetable Gardens Grown in Small Spaces, that's by Judy Stout, Master Gardener, 10 a.m. Antique Roses, presented by Mary Broussard at 3 p.m. That's tomorrow, not today, tomorrow. And then tomorrow and Sunday, the children's venue, Springtime in Italy, that's from 10 until 4 tomorrow. 12 until 4 on Sunday.
And right now we're in the exhibit, The World of Flowers, sponsored by the Crampton Trust. And really, this is very relaxing here and inviting because we are in the outdoor table setting. Yeah, of course, we wouldn't be trying without some wine.
I want to know how they get these in the bottle is what I want to know.
And these look so real.
Yeah, they do.
There you go.
And by the way, on the hour, Sandra does a grape stomping presentation. That's why you'll see that her feet are so purple.
Yeah, it will be turned into a Barolo. Yeah, later. But beautiful here. Take a look at the lighting that we were talking about the lighting and how much that can set the mood for your
some of these ideas are really simple because these lights under the umbrella, and you can find these at a lot of discount department
stores. It's just like stringing Christmas lights.
There's
no
top
yeah.
But it's elegant looking. It really is. And you have the flowers intertwined. Even I hadn't seen this idea. The flowers intertwined on the outdoor furniture, which is really cool up there under the umbrella.
Simple ideas. You can come here and you don't have to spend a ton of money. You can, or you can. I mean, you can spend as much as you want. But it's just simple ideas that you may be able to go home and execute right away, just because you may have some things around the house and you said, I never thought of it that way.
It's important to emphasize, and we've mentioned it throughout the morning, it's not just about flowers. There are landscape stones, there's landscape lighting. You can get a ton of ideas other than flowers out at this event. So if you think, oh, Festival of Flowers is only flowers, it's so much more than that. You really have to see it to realize how much more it is.
Sometimes the accessories can make the biggest difference in your landscaping and your gardening. And also in this exhibit that we're looking at now, some of the flowers that our photographer Michael is showing you, they are coming from different places all over the world, and that's why they call this the world of flowers. And so you're seeing some exotic varieties there that you don't know.
And if you do,
they're from a variety of places.
Yeah, there'll be experts here to tell you about them. If you see one that you say, what is that? They are very helpful.
They're very helpful.
I mean, and the centerpiece here is unbelievable. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. They have it done with the statues.
I would have to get a much bigger dining room table for that.
Well, yeah, I don't know if Michael can get on that main centerpiece that we were talking about, but it is huge. It's gorgeous, and it's been a lot of fun out here.
Hours are different on Sunday. Remember, it's 11 to 5 on Sunday, but it is 9 to 5 tomorrow. And today. So you've got 3 days left to enjoy. Be sure to come on out, and if you want to find out more, go to our website. We'll link you to theirs. $12 at the gate, and you will get $1 million worth of great ideas. It is so much fun. The 14th Annual Festival of Flowers. Come join us.
And of course, it all benefits the Providence Hospital Foundation.
That's right.
Which goes towards a great cause.
The cardiology unit this year as well. And I've had so much fun out of here, but one of the best highlights is Bruce speaking to me in Italian. I think Bruce,
you can't beat that.
Stone was really working for you.
Grazie.
Luckily, we're out of time. Oh, we have to go.
It goes on and on.
In case you don't know, that means thank you. Grazie.
Grazie.
Adios.
In Spain, that might work. Ciao.
Ciao.
We'll be right back with a final look at your headlines, plus a look at your weather and traffic.
Get 0% financing and double bonus cash during the Buick Pontiac GMC upgrade event. Only at Chris Myers in Daphne. Through Saturday. 0% is back. Plus, Chris Myers is doubling GM's $1,000 bonus cash to $2,000. That's in addition to all rebates. Get up to $7,000 total cash on Yukons and Sierras. Use the money for your down payment or pocket the cash. You get both. $2,000 bonus cash and 0% on Buicks, Pontiacs, and GMCs. Rush to Chris Myers in Daphne.
The difference between a credit union and a bank is that credit unions are owned by the members we serve. We return our profits to our members in the form of lower loan rates and higher savings rates. Banks return their profits to stockholders, which is great if you're a stockholder. Become an owner. Join New Horizons Credit Union and own these and other great benefits. With branches in West Mobile, Theodore, Saraland, Daphne, Foley, and online banking, there's a branch near you. Discover something that's been here all along. Join New Horizons Credit Union today.
I got breakfast.
Did you get a raise?
No, my treat.
Promotion? Bonus? Trust fund.
With McDonald's Free Coffee Wednesdays, you can afford to pick up breakfast for your friends at the office. And now that we add the cream and sugar for you, you'll save time too.
Must be nice having a sugar mama.
Thank you, Mobile, for making the first week of the Toyota Honda Challenge the biggest sales event ever.
But now, Treadwell Honda and Spring Hill Toyota are overstocked with used cars from all the trade-ins.
We're marking them down and moving them out.
But if you're still looking for a new car,
get discounts up to $5,000.
With financing as low as 0%.
New or used.
The challenge is still on.
And you drive away the winner. Check out the Dan deals at Spring Hill Toyota.
And ring the bell with Michelle at Treadwell Honda.
I'm Jim McAleer. To know you're getting the best price on quality office furniture, home office furniture, systems furniture, and home entertainment centers, see us first or see us last. Mobile and Pensacola.
NBC 15 News is brought to you by Home Place Furniture.
The time is 6:56, and here's a look at some of today's top stories. This morning, a 21-year-old man has been upgraded to serious condition after being shot yesterday. 36-year-old Dean Massey, the owner of Planet Smoothie in West Mobile, is accused of pulling the trigger. He is in jail, charged with first-degree assault. Authorities in Escambia County, Florida, are still looking for a man they say was involved in a violent home invasion yesterday in Pensacola. A 69-year-old woman was pushed to the ground after a struggle. The man escaped with her purse and is still on the run. Meanwhile, the Pensacola man accused of brutally attacking his grandparents will make his first court appearance later today. 34-year-old Michael Tipton is charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. And now for another weather and traffic update, here's Kelly.
Good Friday morning, everyone. Here's a look at conditions right now at the Festival of Flowers at the Providence Hospital. 53 degrees along Providence Park Drive. Sunny conditions. The sun is beginning to rise. And here's a look at planning your day today. On average, temperature-wise, we will see 56 degrees as you head out the door. The high temperature reaching 81. And for the school bus forecast, the kids will need some short sleeves and some shorts and some light colored clothing today. Here's a live look at traffic this morning, and it doesn't look like we're going to encounter any weather issues in and out of the George Wallace Tunnel. Traffic is running just fine this morning, and a beautiful day is underway, as is a beautiful weekend. And really the next 7 days looking rain-free with just some isolated showers possible by next week.
And we should let people know, in case they don't know, where Providence Hospital it is. It's in West Mobile off Airport Boulevard.
Right, yes.
Just west of the interstate. Just go a few miles in between Cody and Hillcrest.
And they won't be able to miss the Festival of Flowers. Many tents set up.
That's
it is
right.
a huge affair, and the weather is really going to be nice, but it is going to be hot today with temperatures in the 80s, so dress appropriately.
And it's been dubbed one of the top 100 events in North America.
Has it really?
Yes,
I've
has.
never been, but I plan on going, and I'm very excited about it. I want to get some neat ideas and do some things out in the yard.
Go have fun. And you have fun as well. Thanks for joining us, and have a great weekend, everybody.
Festival of Flowers this weekend at Providence Hospital.
Join us.
Searching for creative ideas and unique furnishings? Come browse Maloof Furniture and Design, the largest showrooms between New Orleans and Jacksonville. Maloof offers options from the world over. Whether you're looking for a transitional room, a traditional home, or a simple condos to go package, you'll be welcomed. Treat yourself to unmatched value and an unrivaled shopping experience. Maloof Furniture and Design, Sweet Home, Alabama, Foley.
Want to get more out of Medicare? Call HealthSpring. HealthSpring is for people on Medicare and covers prescription drugs, doctors, hospital care, and more, all for no premium. They take a personalized approach. It's like having a friend there to help you figure things out. Then they hit it out of the park by covering your yearly checkups. Oh yeah, now that's a heck of a plan.
Call 1-800-377-1336 today.
Thousands of homes, one address. RobertsBrothers.com.